So after Wilfred and Ansel lose their bouts, or their bout, um, the keepers on the sidelines came in and they took care of you. They made sure that you weren't hurt too badly. You're still injured, but you can go back up to about half hit points.
Alrighty.
Um, and it's about 30 minutes is free between that bout ending and the next one beginning. So I've already set up the tokens here, but if there's anything that you guys want to do or say or anything like that, this would be the time.
I assume I need to be in there.
Not yet.
Okay.
You have half an hour, like I said, between the last one ending and the next one being called.
I think I'm gonna make my way over to where what's his name? I forget his name. Oh, every time I forget his name. Fruna and Doro?
Ozon?
Boson, yeah. I'm gonna go over there and talk to him for a little bit before the match starts.
Alright.
So I imagine I have to go all the way around, so do that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey there.
And they were already in conversation, so they don't really notice you coming up. This music is way too epic for what I'm aiming for.
I'll just go up, take a seat, and wait for them to finish whatever they're saying before I announce my presence.
Here we go. It seems like they're going over some details of strategy before the fight actually starts. But when you take a seat down beside Fruna, she notices you came over and the conversation cuts off pretty shortly after.
Don't stop on my account. I just wanted to see how you two were doing.
Just planning for our own fight. We saw the secrets for those too. I have a feeling we know how to face them next time, if it ever occurs.
Is she talking about the people I fought?
Mm-hmm.
So you fought them before, huh?
That was their concern when Boson was talking about them before. Was that they were so different, none of them knew how they were going to be fighting?
Well, I got first-hand experience how they fought. Hopefully, your observations help you out.
It's a shame needing to face them in the first round.
Why? Do they have a reputation?
An easy bout.
Oh,
I don't know. They're not from here.
Well, you're right.
Facing two complete unknowns is very different. The two down there for the next bout. Surely they're the only one. Those two are the only ones that are truly alien to us. Whoever's out there next, we at least have an idea of what to expect.
Oh, and what do you know what to expect?
Are you around here?
Am I not? I don't know. I'm in the stands right now.
Oh no, I walked all the way around.
The group is over here.
Oh, never mind.
And he went all the way up here.
Oh, dude. Never mind. No, I'm not there. I'm sorry. I thought this shit was going on over here.
Well, from what I can gather, while we were fighting one-on-one, that big cat fellow seemed to be able to, I don't know, resist my swings, or his muscles were thick enough to slow my strength down, kind of reduce the damage I was doing to him, because normal people wouldn't stand up after I hit him so many times.
Particularly strong orcs. It's Bozon is speaking now. Particularly strong orcs tend to have that sort of reputation as well. I don't wholly understand it, but some combination of rage and conditioning their flesh is almost as hard as steel.
Definitely. Well, keep an eye out for those two over there. That monk.
Particularly with the wards on everyone in here. I imagine it would feel like you're hitting him with a stick rather than a blade.
It did feel like that sometimes. But his claws and maces were just as effective. Felt my whole body ring when he hit me.
He does have something of a stature advantage on most.
Which surprised me. I did much better than I thought I would, actually. At least pinning him down for the moment.
I saw that. You really had quite a bit of luck wrestling with him. I'll have to remember that for if I have to face you next time.
Perhaps, but I'd say more technique. I've always been pretty good at wrestling people my size, even greater. But I think I can go further. Maybe if I bulk up and get some more muscle on my body, I could even face stronger.
Don't try too hard to be like my little brother.
Hmm? This is the first time I've ever.
Fruna spoke up. Sorry, I don't have a particular voice for the two of them.
No, that's okay. Oh, she's talking about.
She's talking about Tilth.
Tilth. I don't think anybody could be as muscle bound as that guy.
You have too much technique to worry about becoming another musclehead.
Yeah, hopefully I could blend the both. Well, not the musclehead part. Anyways, I just wanted to say my piece. Hopefully you guys learned something from that fight. I most certainly. Good luck. And I'm just gonna pat my knees, sit up, and just walk back to everybody.
You as well with your bout tomorrow morning.
I'll be keeping an eye on you too. I shout over my shoulder as I head back to. Wait, am I passing by this way? Is this where I would have to go to return to?
You could go either way around, but if you want to return this way, you can.
Yeah, I want to take a look at everybody that's right here, but more just like a passing glance and see like if I recognize any of these people or if there's anything out of the ordinary.
Can you give me a history check?
I sure can. Let's see, normal.
I'll give you advantage on this one.
Oh, advantage, okay. Oh, this is not good. Oh, 19.
This man here is someone you are actually relatively familiar with. You don't know him as much in person, but this is Erwin Morsk. He's the Thief Lord over the territory where Hafford is situated. So he's the nobleman that controls the militia you used to be part of, and literally owns the land that your family lives on.
Ooh.
The people around him, though, you'd assume by the armor and weapons on the three closest to him, well, the two sitting behind him and the one to his left, that they're bodyguards? while to his right, there's a very richly dressed dragonborn man with golden scales.
Mm.
He seems pretty old. You're not really sure exactly if that's just because of the shape of a dragonborn's head or if it's... You've never met one before, so you're kind of uncertain.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
But
assume
with
he's
his
like a lizard
bearing,
man.
he seems... From his bearing, he seems like a bit of an elderly gentleman.
Hmm. Well, since I know who this is now, I kind of want to just stop, uh, grab their attention and be like, hopefully you enjoyed my bout. And I'd give them the, the soldier respect, salute and, well, courtesy or whatever.
The Lord himself and the Dragonborn beside him don't seem to particularly notice. They kind of glance from their conversation but go back to it shortly after. The human man, though, dressed up in full plate, does give you a nod.
Okay, well, I said my piece. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna head back to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was interesting. As I sit back down, we got a noble in the house, everybody, or at least a very, very rich man. Is anybody there?
Huh? What? I was not doing anything. You say rich man?
Yeah, over there, and I point to where the dragon dude and the.
Don't point. What do you mean?
Well,
When you say rich, how rich are we talking?
he owned the militia I was in
Okay,
and
that seems
my
very rich.
hometown.
Okay. So, does he know you?
I don't
Have you
think
met him?
so.
Okay, you've seen him before though, yeah?
I know of him. I've never met him in person though.
Okay.
It's not something
Well,
a
so
low rank soldier would know or meet or mingle with.
right. But what if, and just stick with me on this. What if you went and approached him and those guys that are with him stop you, right? And you just tell him you want to talk to him because you're from the town that he owns, and then we kind of walk by and accidentally bump into him, and some of his money falls off.
I'm not doing that
What the fuck? Why not?
because this man is incredibly powerful, wealthy, and I imagine has an infinite amount of resources to it. That's not somebody you want to piss off.
Okay, all right. Well, what if you and Loremi get into, or no, better. What if you and Ansel get into a fight over which of you is at fault for losing your battle, right? And you just do it right behind them. That way they look behind them and they see you and they kind of keep an eye on you because they don't want the fight to spill over to their lord, right? And while that's happening, then we take his stuff.
I'm gonna sit down now and watch your fight. Try not to, well, die. I'm just gonna take a seat next to the old guy.
Okay. That's rude, but okay.
I don't want to get in trouble. Lord knows we already do that enough on the daily basis.
Listen, man, trouble finds us. Let's just do what we do.
Anywho, that's my piece. What are you guys gonna be doing while this is going?
Loremi, hey. So guess what Wilfred just told me?
What?
There's a guy over there who's like stupid rich, like fuck you money kind of rich. Like he's got so much money, he owns the militia that Wilfred used to be part of, and the whole town that his parents live in, all of it.
Right. And?
We should like, help redistribute that wealth.
You want to rob a guy that owns an army.
Yes. It's not as smart when you say it.
Yeah. I'll let you think
Okay.
that one over a little bit more.
Point well taken. Okay.
Touche.
All
I'll
right.
get back
Well,
with
good
you.
luck. Good luck in your fight.
Luthien walks away, like head down, like, God damn it, why didn't I think of that? Such a good plan too.
For an early grave.
Exactly.
Well, I
It's a
guess
good
that
suicide plot.
Man, just think about it though. He's only 150 feet away.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he expects people to try that.
Honestly, I don't feel like he expects people to try and rob him when he has all his bodyguards. But
Yeah, well, you'd have to get if you didn't know who it was. But that's the hard part.
yeah. Well, I guess Luthien will go prepare for his upcoming fight. God damn it. Alright. I'm gonna put mage armor on myself, and I'm gonna use my circlet to give myself extra speed.
Hmm. Good luck, Luthien. I say as he goes down. We don't know about the bet you have with that guy, right? You kept that to yourself.
Oh, of course. Well, yeah, because it's between me and him.
Mm.
So hopefully I win, and I already know what I'm gonna have him do as my favor.
Don't worry, Luthien. I have faith in you, and I'm gonna bet on you.
Okay. Bet lots of money.
Okay.
I get 50% of what you win, and nothing of what you lose.
Nah.
Has anyone died in this arena yet? Just a strange question for no reason.
Are you
Not
asking
that I'm
one of
aware
the
of.
keepers on your way to the middle of the arena, or
What's that?
are you asking the keeper on your way to your starting position, or
No, I'm actually asking you.
oh,
Has anyone died in here yet? Like, is this only the
no
second
one that
fight?
you've seen?
Okay.
This is only the second fight of the tournament.
Okay, I didn't know if people had gone between. Okay.
It's the entire arena is death warded, and the keepers are also putting death wards on the combatants.
Oh, I wanted to
So
murder
weapons and
somebody and
spells
reanimate
are
them.
Don't do that. You
weapons
get a
and
swap.
spells have all of the damage you would deal with spells is non-lethal only.
Ah, okay.
No matter what you try to do, you can't deal lethal damage. Unless someone is already downed.
Oh
but
yeah.
if you attack someone who's already down, you're disqualified.
Yeah, but I have a new minion.
Mm.
Nah, that's cool. I wasn't sure how that worked.
Yeah,
I
I
wasn't.
explained the same thing before the start of
you?
Wilfred's fight last session.
Oh shit, my bad.
You probably not be only disqualified. You'd probably also be jailed for murder.
Yeah, if you did kill someone, you'd probably be jailed for it. But
If
just attacking someone
it
at all
seemed
when they're down is...
if it seemed like you did it on purpose and not in the like if it looked like it was not within the rules of the tournament or something and you were just trying to kill somebody, that would probably get you put in jail.
So what are these golden wyvern looking things over here?
They're tiny little... They look like really small drakes. Comparable in size to Hugin,
Okay.
that
Okay.
the woman here has perched on her shoulders.
Well, that's fucking cool. Is
Yeah,
she the mother
she's
of
like
dragons?
She's Daenerys.
Yes. Mother of dragons.
These two, though, look pretty different from when you saw them just signing up. He was originally in traveler's clothes, but now he's in a gleaming suit of full plate. He seems to be very proud of the armor that he's wearing, so he's probably a noble or a knight or something who's got status.
Fucking paladin.
Mm.
And the woman that he's partnered with, besides having the little drakes on her shoulders, she's also got a absolutely massive bow. She has none of you are proficient with it, but I think Wilfred would know enough about it that he could identify a great bow on sight. She doesn't have a whole lot of arrows, but they're very big, very heavy looking arrows.
Are they comparable to like javelins?
Just about.
Ooh, yeah, he better not get hit by those.
Do we still have a little time before the competition?
Mhm.
Because I just remembered
Yeah, if
I
you
wanted.
wanted to say anything.
Yeah, I kind of want to go over and say hi to the guy who had Thornwhip.
Okay.
You said there's like a half hour in between each fight?
Mhm.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Do you want to go by yourself?
Can I
Save
mean I don't know if it's too late, it might be retroactive, but can I take my half hour to go get 40 gold from the party treasury from Giles because I used it to buy the climbing equipment?
Mhm.
Okay, that way I have
and-
money to gamble with because I spent most of my money already.
For everybody's sake, if you're not aware of what it looks like, I just put a picture in general chat to get
Oof,
an idea
yeah.
of how big the bow is.
It's a big bow.
Wow.
Oh, word. Because bows bigger than you are always a good idea.
Mm-hmm. So Remy's gonna go get money. Zeta's gonna go talk to her, to the new cat people, or Key Barbarian
She
and his
wanted to
best
talk
friend,
to the elf.
Punchy McGee. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bet 10 gold on the half orc and his part
Me too.
Mhm.
and Luthien. I mean, so 12 gold total. I'll pay. Update.
I'll bet 13 gold on Luthien's team.
There's my dude.
I gave my last 2 silver to Remy to bet. Not realize. Well, she doesn't realize. Zeta doesn't realize that that's not enough. She just knows she lost. So Remy has her 2 silver pieces.
Well,
And
if Yeah, I didn't bet it, but
Right, but
I
you
just,
took it.
but they were lost anyway
Well,
on
yeah,
that one.
all I
You
think
wanted to
is
bet
she
on Wilfred,
lost.
yeah.
All I think in character, she lost, so she didn't get anything out of her 2 silver. You just have it. But as far as she's concerned, you bet it. She doesn't know anything about betting, which I think is cute.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he doesn't really want to bet on this match, but he just likes to gamble anyway. So it's kind of like, I don't know, he doesn't like what, he doesn't know anything about the opponents. You know, when he doesn't know anything about both sides, he doesn't normally would it like to place those bets, but he just hasn't gambled in a long time, and he's just betting anyway. His biggest worry isn't whether or not Luthien and the half orc can win. It's whether or not they're going to kill each other, or you know. I mean, the other ones look pretty tough, but we'll see.
So what was it that you had said to the elf? Sorry, I didn't.
Who?
Zeta,
Sorry, I was a little distracted.
what was it that you said to the elf when you came up to it?
I really liked your thorn whip.
Um, what do you know of the old magic?
I know a lot about old magic. I can do it too. Are you a druid?
No, I couldn't be called a druid. But are you
Oh.
saying that you are?
Yeah. And I totally recognize your spell right away.
That's not what I would. Sorry, I wouldn't expect it from your kind, is all.
My kind? Oh, you mean 'cause I'm a tiefling?
Well, druidic is an old magic lost to the elves. It was. My people used it hundreds on hundreds of years ago.
Wow. How did you
And
learn it?
till the colleges of the arcane. It's scholars among the border elves, those who were against the War of Conquest, still seek to revitalize the old ways.
Well, that's good because every time I tell someone, they look at me funny. So I try not to tell anybody now. Although the old man that I was talking to, he told me I should go out there anyway, but I'm still nervous.
Old man, who knows about this?
Okay, out of character, I forget his dang name.
Gillian.
Gillian. Gillian is his name. He stumbled across me, and he seemed to notice I was a druid. I'm not quite sure how, but I guess it's racial profiling? Never mind. But anyway, he
I don't know
recognized
if-
me.
With what you can... I don't know how much you know. I can say though, if you know anything of the old ways, there are definitely people interested in learning it.
Really? Yeah, I know. Well, I spent like most of my youth with my mentor who taught me. So instead of going to like regular school, I was with him the whole time. So I still am really surprised that no one does it. I guess I've been in the woods too long.
Your mentor, who still knows enough to teach this. Where would I find them?
Well, he died. He was killed.
Oh, my apologies then. I'm sorry to bring that back up.
That's okay. I'm
Where would he have
reminded.
learned all of this?
Okay, got a character. I don't know. From
In
the.
character, Zeta doesn't know either.
Oh, okay. You know, I don't know. He didn't never. Thank you. That works out. I don't know. He never really told me where he learned it from. All this time I assumed like I was one of many, not one of few.
I'm no scholar of the old ways. I wouldn't know where to start to say anything to help you or to learn from you.
Honestly, just knowing someone else out there has even heard of it is enough.
Just promise me one thing at least.
Yeah, of course. What's up?
Be careful of the colleges.
Why?
Those who know the arcane, who teach and who study, they're not as interested in a revitalization. For them, it's unpredictable and it's unstructured, uncivilized. Most think of it as a bestial craft, and
That's some of
they
the
would
best
snuff it out
parts of
given the
it.
chance.
What? Okay, I'm not telling anybody now. I didn't realize people were out to, like, get me for this. Just for my
Not
beliefs.
here. Not here, but in Nociris, the colleges. The studiers and practitioners of the arcane. They may have more interest in keeping your knowledge silent, keeping it hidden forever.
I don't want to hide forever. I definitely don't want to hide
So-
forever.
Just be cautious of offers. Offers to study your magic,
Be cautious
especially,
of people wanting to learn it. Okay.
especially of elves.
Especially elves.
Within the spires, they would be more enemy than friend.
Okay, so if elves come up to me all excited about my spells, then we question that because they might not have my best intentions. Okay. Thank you, I would not have known. Honestly, this world is kind of new to me. I spent so much time in the woods that I'm not even sure about how most people, are here.
And I'm gonna say that's when that same rumbling runs through the ground. The signal for the fight.
Woo! Go Luthien!
Oh, that's my buddy out there. Woo,
So
Luthien!
it's the crowd starts getting a lot more energetic as the fighters come out to the arena and go to their positions.
I'm doing it wrong.
And Luthien, once you've taken your spot and you're ready, once you let me know, just so that I
Yep.
know you're not... Okay? And then the fight actually begins, and I need everybody to roll me initiative, which is just you, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I am everybody.
To ride.
Oh, wow, I rolled a 3. I'm impressive. I'm doing things.
Everybody's rolling low apparently.
Yeah, I still
Look
go
at that.
last though. Doesn't matter. I still go last.
Mm.
All I had to do, roll like a 5. We're good.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I had to do. Oh God. Terrible.
Let's see what your friend can do.
I have a +7 initiative. Like, what the hell, guys?
Don't look at me. Guys, I think Luthien tripped.
I got distracted by the sound. I thought that like a big monster was coming or something.
Yeah, the adoration of your public of people or lesser beings.
I'm not used to it, man. I'm telling you, I'm just not used to that shit.
Mm.
Who can
I
goes
forgot about
on my
his-
order, doesn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to double check these character sheets to make sure I'm not missing any other features.
Uh-oh. We got some strong people here.
Apparently, he has advantage on initiative, so I'm gonna guess like a shield of warding or whatever it is that Wilhelm Willie has.
Yeah, shield. Sentinel shield.
He actually doesn't have a shield on him.
Oh,
What he does have is a particular axe.
a particular axe. Is it a very large
It's-
axe?
Sort of. The haft isn't extremely long, but the head of the weapon is
Massive?
much thicker steel than you would anticipate.
Interesting. Looks like it'll hurt.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing like trying to swing it around. You don't imagine you'd be able to move it very fast, but you're pretty sure just dropping it on someone's collarbone would almost cut them in half.
Cool.
Dense.
They have very large weapons.
And what you assume is the paladin on the other side has a very large halberd.
Oh, I thought that's who we were talking
More,
about.
no, that's your partner has the
Oh,
big axe.
nice.
The paladin on the other end has like a long hafted halberd. He seems more prepared to try to keep someone at bay than to try to crush them.
Mm.
Fucking pole armor. Goddamn pole armor masters over there.
I'm gonna keep my eye on the melee characters.
So holding the axe with both of his hands, your partner glances over his shoulder at you and says, "Archer first," and bolts the full distance across.
That's my guy.
He gets to here before
Fucking halberd guy does something, doesn't he?
tries to hit him and stop him.
Whoa.
Does hit him.
Slave. That sounds cool.
Whoa.
Doesn't stop him though.
Kingsglaive. That's
So
a
he-
cool name.
Hauls it up at an angle, and it's the point just above the spearhead. Bites into the half-orc's side and skips off. It does leave a cut, but not like a disemboweling one like you might have expected. Probably mostly thanks to the words. And yep,
Oh yeah, get him.
Oof.
Necrotic damage. Oh my.
Oof.
and he's using one of his features, which means that she takes 22 damage from the hit.
Yo,
Oof.
I like this orc. This orc is what's up. I feel like I might lose that bet though.
You gotta get on it, man.
Okay. Yeah, so he charges across the bridge, full tilt as hard as he can. And it's as he's getting to the downward slope right here, just leaps through the air, hauling the axe up over his head with both hands, bearing down hard, and she's so startled to see someone cover such a huge distance all at once. She almost doesn't manage to bring her weapon up in time, blocking the brunt of the hit with her bow, but still nearly gets knocked off her feet. And yeah, this seems like the way he'd do this. So he just goes straight from that huge hit. Oh wait, I actually forgot about. He has a lot of features. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
It's all good.
So with advantage, when you have advantage. So no, she is actually knocked prone.
Nice.
Slams into her bow and just pounds her flat to the floor. And
Woo!
yep, he'll use it now. And since she's prone,
Jesus. Oh my god.
and she's unconscious.
So
He slams into the bow, pounds her into the ground, and just immediately hauls back and makes two savage chops in at her body.
fucking
And it's... The round starts, and then she's down.
I would have
Holy
totally bet on
crap.
I would have
Luthkin's
totally
just
bet
looking
on
up in the
him.
stands and pointing at the orc like, what the fuck? Like, why did no one want to partner with this exactly?
My eyes are dead on him. I'm observing every move this orc does from now.
Just want to point out before the fight, I had him pegged as the dangerous one.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, so charging in from the side.
Seems like
The
a solid
paladin
plan.
here
Hey, Robert.
levels his halberd at
Mhm.
waist level and tries to just drive the point into the side of the orc while he's in mid-swing. And attempts to shove him away.
Tristan says the by doom, Robert.
No. Oh wow.
Unfortunately, while he comes in with the attempt, Tara doesn't even seem to notice or care, just backhanded swats the halberd aside. I'll roll it anyways, but I'm sure.
Oh, wow.
So he's so concentrated in the middle of pounding at the archer here that's now laying flat. He goes to swat the halberd aside, and needs to turn himself way more than he anticipated to get the weapon out of the way, and accidentally drops his axe at the same time.
Wow.
Um. He makes a swing. And that is a hit. I think I'm lagging a little bit. Yep,
Oof.
I knew it.
it's only one of those.
I knew it.
Do it.
Do it.
So... Well, the thrust with the point doesn't end up being very effective. He wheels back around and brings the hammerhead on the back, straight down, catching Turod on the forearm as he brings it up to block. And it's at that very moment that it impacts, there's a flash of brilliant golden light that washes over to roughly the circle around him. And he is knocked almost to a knee, but just comes back up, giving him a glare more than... He's not enraged, he's not furious, he's just looking at him.
Oof.
And while the archer is down, her,
Pets.
I'm not sure, her animal companions, I guess, both make an attempt to
Pseudo dragons.
do something. And the second one that gets behind him leans on his shoulder and chomps down in the collar. They're clawing at him, they're biting, not really doing a whole lot, but they're attacking. And then it's Luthion's go.
Okay. Good. I'm casting Hold Person on him. I'm gonna
Okay.
need me a Wisdom save. And he is paralyzed.
Mhm.
That's my whole turn. I don't think I have any bonus actions I can do. Hold up. Give me 1 second. I don't think I do. Been a while since we did the combat stuffs.
Oof.
Pretty sure I don't. Because Dancing Lights is an action. I can move it with a bonus, but I didn't put it out. Yeah, no, that's it. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna have Hugin fly in into the area and be like, caw, motherfucker.
You should have put him on that dude's head.
Oh! Yeah. No, but then he'll be in the way of this orc, like, annihilating his face. Because he auto-crits now.
Yeah.
And I really don't want to help him fucking win this bet, but...
It's not like you could stop him.
it's what I do as a wizard, though, man. Like, I do the CC things. He should have an
He
advantage
has
as well
so
as
many
auto-crit.
features.
Why'd you
Yeah,
make
I'm
so?
sorry. Because he's nuts.
Because he's a
The odds of him
Badass
actually
flame.
taking part in this tournament were actually really low.
Oh.
Well, cheers to him because I'm glad he's here.
And even then, he wasn't supposed to be on the same team as one of you unless you made the effort and did it.
Yeah.
And then you did.
Well, to be fair, Luthi didn't make
Um,
much of an effort.
I really didn't. I actually tried to
No,
make an
that's
effort to
true.
do this by myself. But my effort to try and do this by myself was an effort to get him on the team, apparently.
It was the dice rolls on when everybody showed up. The person who I had originally planned for him to partner up with ended up showing up almost 15 minutes later.
Hey, where'd everybody go?
Um, I don't want to make him use the axe again because it kind of kills the moment a little bit, and this fight is already well in hand if he does use it.
Yeah.
But what would he do?
Keep in mind, this guy is a noble, apparently, or
Hmm?
somebody of high stature, so I'm pretty sure an orc person wouldn't really like.
Yeah, he's just gonna punch him.
Oh.
He's gonna auto crit anyway, so still a good ass roll though.
Oof. Let's
And then
just
punches
see.
him again.
Yeah.
And he's a half orc, so he gets the half orc damage.
And
on
they're
his
both auto
punches.
crits.
To both.
Both
Both
crit.
crits.
Yeah. So much damage.
Um,
And he's so dead. Or knocked out, whatever.
Let's see.
So it's D1, so he only deals 1 damage. The critical gives him double. Brutal critical gives him a third die. So he does, or no, a third and a fourth actually. Wait, no, that's a different thing.
Ah!
Okay,
No, brutal critical should give him an extra damage die on his thing, but what is his damage die?
It's a
2d6.
D1. Because it's his fist.
Oh, he's punching him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so he has savage attacks and he has brutal critical. So that's 2 plus another 2 for each punch. So he's doing 4 damage with each hit
plus the strength.
plus strength modifier. And I'm making sure he doesn't have anything else that adds on to it too.
His strength
No,
must
that's
be
it.
ridiculous.
Okay. So he deals 10 damage twice.
So 20
Hmm.
damage. That's not that much.
Considering it's a D1.
And he's punching him.
Saying.
After his axe is dropped, and now he's paralyzed, he steps up, grabs the paladin by the gorget, the piece of metal around that protects his throat, and just socks him twice really hard in the face. Unfortunately, he's paralyzed and can't even do anything about it.
Mean.
He gets another wisdom save right now, though, at the end of his turn.
Mhm.
Hey, he
Which
succeeds.
he passes.
Knocked some sense into him. Little dragon.
Yeah, they're gonna try to fight him off again. This time they're gonna try to use their stingers. Unfortunately, they're teeny tiny little tails, and they just kind of they catch at a funny angle and just scrape off of his shirt or even off of his skin, and don't manage to do anything.
I had such
Fiend's
high
turn.
hopes for that lady.
To be fair, she did too until a giant orc just brought the hammer down, basically.
Pretty much.
All right.
Well, if she survived that round, her bow is really devastating.
I imagine so. I would have
Just
seen
because
the
I don't
damage.
expect that she's gonna get to use it, I'll show you at least the profile.
Oh.
Maybe
yeah.
the loser round. Loser bracket.
What's her damage like? Oh my.
Nice. Let's see. Hate to be repetitive and do the same funny stuff again. I'm just gonna go firebolt him. This shit's fucking be fine. For 11 damage. Oh, that's an 11 throw. Never
11 to
mind.
hit.
Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. Yeah, that's terrible. Never mind.
Unfortunately, as he's shaking off the paralysis, he's moving again, even if he's like stumbling a little bit from just getting socked twice in the nose. He manages to like swat one arm in the direction of the firebolt, and the worst of it seems to be blocked by his armor. The fire just kind of hits and fizzles and doesn't really hurt him.
Rado.
And yeah, he's just gonna pick his axe back up this time.
Oh.
Just leans down, grabs it with one hand, and hauls it up into the chest of the armored man.
Oh yeah. Oof.
And then goes straight from there and cross-checks him with it. That one, unfortunately, no such luck. As he takes the brunt of the first swing to the breastplate, he coughs and stumbles again, but manages to bring his halberd in the way and blocks the cross-check. Keeps himself from being hit again in the chest. Yeah. So, he's stumbling and reeling, and he's realizing he can't win this fight up front, like face to face. Snaps his fingers and points at the moat over here and shouts at Tarad, "Swim!"
Ooh, command.
Mhm.
And it's charisma saving throw? Wisdom.
Wisdom. Wisdom save. Ooh.
Oh.
Fails it. And he spends his full action heading for the water.
Is the water, like, is it a drop off to the water, or?
There's a slope on the sides here, but it's a
But it's
drop
not-
off from the bridge.
Okay, so it doesn't just, like, go straight down. Okay.
It's more that it slows him down and creates some space.
Okay.
Now's your chance,
So he
Luthien,
does
to
get to
take
make-
him out.
He does get to make a
Attack of
swing
opportunity.
at him as he retreats with a attack of opportunity, which does hit. And Divine Smites again. This time at a higher level.
Hmm.
and the axe head chops in at the back of his shoulder and cuts a gouge down diagonally across his back. But Gerard almost seems... he barely seems to notice, even as he heads into the water. And it cuts his shirt into rags, and you can see that it's definitely not going to be the first scar on his back.
Look out, Luthien.
He's standing right on the edge, huh?
They're flying, so
Oh, they're flying bastards.
yep.
I was gonna try and kick him off.
So he flies right up in your face and snap.
Shield.
You're gonna cast shield?
Yes.
Alright. So the hit doesn't actually connect. The other one, though, attacks Hugin.
Oh, you little bastard.
Who could know?
Actually, I think that does not hit. Hold on. I'm not actually sure what his AC is. Never had this. Oh, that is his AC. Son of a bitch.
Oh.
And he only has 1 HP. You killed Hugin, you son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, he definitely did.
So the little pseudo dragon
Oh,
darts
motherfucker's
out
gonna die.
and like claws and talons and tail just slams into Hugin,
Not who?
bringing him to the ground, and then it's just a little cloud of smoke appears, and Hugin's gone. The pseudo dragon is snapping at the air, confused.
Poor Hugin.
You get him, Luthien! Nobody fucks with Hugin! Wolford shots
You
from
get
above.
revenge for our little crow.
Yeah,
Save Hugin.
I'm casting Scorching Ray at level 3. Fucking piece of shit. Okay. Let's do this. First one's gonna be the pseudo dragon that just fucking killed Hugin. Does that hit?
Yep.
For 9 fire damage. Then I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna hit the one that's below me with a 22.
Hits.
For 4 damage, I'm gonna hit him again. Assuming he's not dead.
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna hit him again. Oh,
Oh,
for 11.
That definitely puts him down.
Okay, I figured. And then the last one's gonna go at this fucking piece of shit paladin for a 25.
And that hits.
Luthien's mad now.
7. I fucking killed my raven.
That's what happened.
Run.
when
Fucking
you fuck
upset.
with Hugin.
Fucking upset.
That's really funny and appropriate.
Run.
Perfect roles for the story.
This time
Yoink.
when you hit him with the streak of fire, he notices it a lot more.
yeah.
It catches him like across the pauldron and the top of the head. And there's this big scorch mark where you burned away a big circle of his hair on the side of his head.
Good. Good.
So this guy actually swimming right now?
That's what
Yeah,
he was
he
told to
ran
do.
and dove into the water.
But I think that's done now. He did what he was commanded, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Command's funny.
Mm.
You can,
He's
just,
probably
He
not
comes
good.
back out of the water.
you can just be like eat and make them eat dirt.
Mm.
It has to be a one-word command is the only restriction.
Yeah.
So like you can tell someone run and they'll drop
Sleep.
what they're carrying and just immediately run away.
Does sleep?
Not really, it would just make them stand there and stare at you for a round.
Oh.
Because
Yep.
it has to be something that can be accomplished in just a few seconds.
Ah, okay. Seppuku.
Wow. Okay. You can't damage yourself. You can't be like kill and point at yourself.
Harry.
You also can't. You can't even point like off a cliff and say jump.
Okay.
Anything obviously harmful to them, they'll prevent themselves from doing.
But you can tell them to walk onto a trap if they don't see the trap.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's a really fun spell.
Yeah. It's like one of the best paladin spells for just doing stupid stuff.
You know I'm gonna be all over that. Anywho, what does he do now that he's soaking and, well,
He just walks up out of the water and it's. He seems more frustrated now. Still not like raging mad or anything, but not very happy. And
Remy will have a similar spell called Suggestion in a few levels.
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
let's see what happens.
does hit with the second one. So in the exchange, he manages to fend off the first attack, but as he just barely shrugs it to the side, it leaves his ribs exposed. And Tara just wheels the axe around and slams right into the opening. And that's that. He just sprawls out on the ground immediately beside
Damn.
his partner that he'd come in with.
2 for 2. I
Good
took a-
fight.
got 2.
He did? Technically, he did. He did do that.
Yeah?
So. Clap. Well, we're gonna get out of my seat, start clapping. Hey, good job, Luthien. And Orc fellow.
Why can't I kill these 2 people?
Yay!
And he starts coming back across.
They hurt my raven.
Only 4 gold down now.
Ooh. Does
Looks
that
like
mean
I
I've won
took
back
2.
10 gold.
what do you say, Luthien?
What? They
He
killed my
said-
raven.
He,
They killed
as he's
my
walking across, he says, "Looks like I took 2."
raven. Looks like I took 2 also.
He blinks a few times and then looks at the pseudo dragons.
They count.
Flighty little.
What do you say?
He said flighty little and then trailed off and put his hand over his face.
Yeah. They count.
Technically,
enemies.
they do.
Yeah,
Semantics.
They do. Semantics are important. Also, they killed my raven, which is why I got upset because you were too busy swimming.
Well, let's see if every round has a few pets for you to face with.
Oh, yeah, that's cute. You also wouldn't have done so much to him if I hadn't have paralyzed him. So you're welcome. That's what I do. I help. You know, like a good teammate should. You
Oh,
know, because
please
even though
give
we've
him
got
shit.
this,
Please.
even though we have this bet going, I'm still trying to help you out. You're welcome.
Oof. They're not gonna have a
Well-
good day.
Remember, we still have a bet.
Oh, we definitely do. I can't wait to win it.
Helping doesn't count for the bet. Even technically.
You are correct. It does not. But I'm still gonna help you because you look like you need it.
And as the keepers come over, he drops his axe. Based on what you've seen so far, you're pretty sure he's not allowed carrying the axe anywhere outside the arena, so
Can't imagine why.
Man, I wish I could get a look at that axe.
That's really
That axe, though.
right. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
So you can recover half of your hit points.
I didn't lose any hit points.
Then you don't recover any.
True. The real
So did-
question is, do I
Ah.
recover any of my spell slots?
Nope.
Yeah, figured. How much time do I have in between this and my next match? Do I have at least an hour?
Your next match only happens tomorrow.
Oh, never mind then. I have plenty of time to bring Hugin back. Okay. Not happy about that.
So I earned 20 gold, so I bet 13, yeah?
Yeah.
Was it 3? I thought they took 2.
Yeah, 22 technically. Two gold is the chart.
Okay. I forgot
believe.
all about that.
Yeah,
Oh.
instead of having to take
'Cause I
off
think-
of percentage, it was like 2 gold flat rate.
Because I think I had said it was 5 to begin, and then it was like, yeah, that's too much, so I toned it down, but I forgot if it was 2 or 3.
I feel like it was 2 because I remember the conversation about he wanted to bet 2 gold, and then if he won, he'd only get 2
That's
gold.
right.
Perfect, so I got 21 gold back.
Uh, 22.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Hey! Not a bad take.
Yeah, I made 20 gold back, but I'm still technically down 4 gold from both from the, the fee, but almost broke even.
You'll get there. This guy is a winner, it seems. Would we have noticed the necrotic damage he did to that woman?
No, I don't think you really would, because it's not like big flashy magic.
Hmm. Okay.
It's a little more in line with, you remember, what were they called?
The orc lady.
Yeah. Death
Going with the-
Briars, that's what they were.
Yeah.
It's in line with a similar type of magic.
Alright. Well, that was exciting. Actually, I'm gonna say it to Remy's friends over here.
Okay. Yeah, not so often you get to see Tarat fighting these days. At least not
You-
out and about.
You know of him?
Oh yeah, he's a gladiator in Stonebrook. They've had him in the cages for, well, at least 6 years, I think now.
Six years, huh?
Think so.
I'm gonna mull that over because from what I know, that like keeping a orc in a cage for such a long time would have either repercussions already or like they don't like being locked up.
What you know is that orcs are prized as slaves in gladiators, or gladiators in particular as slaves.
Mhm.
Because keeping them locked up for a long time usually makes them extremely violent to anyone that comes close.
Yeah. So that's the one to beat now, huh? I kind of like grab my face and start like squeezing my temple. Because if he survived this long, that means he's way tougher than your average orc.
Yeah, this arena seems to be. You don't. Like, you never really got to spend a lot of time and money in the arenas in the city. But you do know that, at least in human lands, gladiator arenas like this are not so friendly.
Mm.
This is more of a cultural competition rather than a battle.
Mm. If it was a battle, it would be far more worse. But I'm gonna keep my I'm gonna roll that he's been here for 6 years. Roll that in my. So do we have to wait for the next round?
There's another half hour free if anyone wants to do anything.
Oh yeah. Zeta's. I'm gonna go actually walk over to Zeta. I'll be back, guys. Oh, are the people that just fought right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Just gonna move around them and pop a seat next to Zeta.
The stands do continue a ways off what I have. It's just, this is the only image.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Wilfred. Hey,
Making new friends?
Well, I was just admiring this man's thorn whip. Hey, do you think it's safe for me to be entering into this?
What do you mean? I mean,
Well,
combat-wise?
yeah, well, because all my druid spells are basically gonna be on display.
Well, to be fair, I'm not gonna point to him, but I'm gonna like motion to Zeta with my with my head, like nod towards where the rich. To be fair, there are a lot of people that are pretty influential around here. That man over there in that section of the area owns my hometown and the militia I was a part of.
Wow. Hey,
So
is he an elf?
no, he's a human as far as I'm aware.
That's good.
Why?
Well, this guy over here said the elves would really be wanting to know my druid spells, and they'd be like kind of scary eager to get to, like, I don't know, do whatever to me to get my spells.
I'm gonna look over to that elf guy and actually speak in free Elven. Is this true?
That anyone would be interested in silencing the old ways?
Oh, that's right. He said he wants to they want to silence me. So they would want to stop me. Yeah, that's what I meant.
I'm gonna ask him in Elven again. Where would these elves come from? Or
Oh wait, it's all in Elvish. I don't know what's going on. Sorry.
yeah, sorry.
I'm just watching a tennis game, looking at Wilfred, looking at the other guy, looking at Wilfred, looking at the other guy. Pardon me, proceed.
The colleges and the cloisters are... They would feel threatened by a resurgence of old magic.
Hmm.
The the life they've created
Zeta.
for themselves is on the bones of what once was.
Hmm. Zeta, you're not gonna teach this magic to anybody.
Well, I wasn't planning on it. I mean, it wasn't my intent, but what I'm just like apparently if they saw me, they'd want to like maybe suppress me somehow. So I'm a little worried about fighting around all these people.
Well, if they try to suppress you, we'll deal. Usually, and I'm assuming that suppress means kill.
Kind of like keep me from like doing my spells and learn and passing my info on to others, because I guess I'd be like, sounds like it'd be like a heretic or something.
Heresy.
That's what I kind of got out of character, that I'm some sort of heretic for going by the old ways, kind of like, paganism and Christianity type of thing, like built on paganistic bones, basically,
Right.
is my understanding. So yeah, so anyway, in character, I'm afraid someone might be upset that I know as much as I know.
Well, you should be yourself. I mean, your magic is your own, and whether you want to teach to somebody is entirely up to you. But as long as I'm around, you won't have to worry about anybody having to, well, suppress you.
Alright, well, I'm gonna stick close to you, especially after this competition. Do you think I should enter, though?
You should. I mean, you already promised that
Yeah, I
that
did.
strangely tall woman that I feel like I've met her before, but I can't for the life of me recall.
Think I should,
You did make
like,
a promise.
should I be Wolfie? Should I?
If your heart says so, then says do it. I do recommend giving your all, though. I'm sure your partner will do the same.
If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it all and fully.
Well, then go for it.
Okay. I'll just stick close to you afterwards.
All right.
Thanks for the advice. And by the way, can someone update me on what you guys were talking about? Because I didn't say that last sentence about thanks for the advice.
Oh, don't worry. I was just asking him some questions in a language I'm assuming he would be familiar with. It's actually nice to talk to people that are free elves, as opposed to those, well, others.
Were you guys talking about me?
No, more likely the other enemies we might have. The ones trying to suppress you. That's what we were talking about.
Oh, okay, okay. Maybe you can tell me about that later.
Sure.
Okay.
Also, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
I'm like desperately in character trying to get Wilfred to say the word so I don't have to, so I can know what you guys were talking about.
I take it that no one else has anything they want to do for the space between rounds?
Not really. Luthion's just gonna go and watch
I'm good.
watch the fight so that he can take note of what everybody can do for the next fight with his partner.
Mm,
What did I miss?
a long silence, mostly.
Oh,
Tell Zeta what you guys were talking about so she could know.
we just talked about well, I asked him questions about where these enemies are and why they would do this. Like, yeah, that's what I was doing.
Oh, okay, sorry.
That's good. It's good. I don't know. It's just not very common. I get to use my free elf speech. Might as well take advantage.
I forgot you were an elf.
I'm a human.
Oh,
He just speaks a dialect of Elvish because he lives close to the border.
gotcha.
Yeah, you know the ones that were against breaking the treaty. Those are the ones that were friendlier to the human. Which is where I picked it up
It's-
from.
The border elves are the ones who were against the war with the gnomes. So they moved out of Nociris after the war, and a lot of them during it. So a lot of them have small semi-nomadic towns or camps set up throughout southern Land. Well, southern and western Land.
Traders.
To you.
Got to do it all for the, for the cause, man. You got to do it for the greatness of
The elf
elven race.
overlords.
Yeah, the elven race, man.
Sure. So, are the people right next to me looking really beautiful?
Not super bad. They were tended to by the keepers,
Oh,
but they definitely took a beating.
right. Oh. I wonder who's coming up next.
Seda, actually.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You can do it. I pat her on the back.
I believe in you.
What was that, Ansel? You're all the way over there. I didn't hear. Don't jump over. Jump over. Okay, good.
I'm just creeping along the edge.
Yeah. Like I saw you like going towards the edge, and I'm like, oh, she's gonna jump over.
Oh my god, I'm scared. Okay.
Oh, hey, look who it is. Your old friend.
Oh,
Dwarf bro.
Bagpipes McGee.
oh my gosh, I'm so nervous.
I don't know if I should be rooting for Zeta or not.
What?
I mean, like Luthien would be. Luthien would be because he doesn't know who your partner is. But like, I know who your partner is.
Did you actually roll to check if you remembered her?
Yeah, no one did.
She didn't remember me, and I didn't remember her. Did you roll, Luthien?
I don't think so. It's a good
I'm
question. I
pretty
don't
he
remember.
didn't.
I'm pretty
Because
sure you
you
were
weren't
hanging out with
talking
your
to her,
or
you were down in the
Oh yeah.
you were in the prep room.
I was in the prep room, so yeah, I wasn't even there.
So seeing her now, you can make a roll to see.
Let's see.
What would I be rolling?
This would be history.
History.
Let's see if you bite it like the rest of us.
14.
That's
You
not-
actually do remember her. You're
Oh shit.
fuzzy on why at first, but it comes back after a few moments. You realize this lady tried to rob our boat.
And I almost killed her.
Fish lady. That's all this one's gonna say. Just fish lady. Under his breath.
Does Remy or Ansel hear that?
I'd say you have to give me perception with disadvantage because he's kind of whispering it to himself and the crowd is starting. Or no? No, you don't hear it at all, Wilfred, because you're super far away.
No, I was
Ansel
asking
and
about.
Remy, though.
Yeah, those
Remy
two.
and
Ansel and Remy can roll with disadvantage to see if they hear it.
You
Please
got it.
hear it. Please hear it. Let's see what they
It'd be
get.
so much better if only Ansel hears it,
Right, because Ansel be
because
like,
he has no
no
idea.
idea.
Oh,
You said perception, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, look at that
Oh,
perception check if
no.
he did have disadvantage.
No.
No, neither of you hear it.
Dang.
Yeah.
Oh, now Luthien's gonna take that secret to his grave because he doesn't want anybody knowing he can't turn women into fish, or not turn women into.
Yup. You done figured me out.
Go Zeta! As this is going on. Ooh, I'm gonna bet money on her.
You're gonna bet
Four
on Zeta.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet 4 gold overall, so yeah, it's 4
Hold
gold.
on. I
Well, you don't.
also-
You if you bet 4, you won't win any money.
You'll earn nothing. You'll just
You'll
get
Oh.
the
break
money
even.
back.
Oh well, then never mind.
You have to give them 2 gold, remember? Keep that in mind.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
You're not gonna bet anything.
Uh,
What's my personal gold look like? Fuck.
I'll bet. I'll bet. 15 gold plus the 2 gold on the dwarves. Just kidding. On Zeta.
What?
I'll bet 10 on Zeta actually.
I got 30 on Zeta.
30.
Ooh.
30.
Dang.
32 to cover the cost of the thing.
Okay.
Wow. Maybe somebody should bet on the dwarves just in case everybody loses all their money.
No, I have faith in Zeta. She's gonna go all out.
I'll bet 10 gold. Plus 2 on the dwarves.
Why would we do this? Because then we lose money no matter what happens.
Nah.
Go all out, homie.
Yeah,
All in it to win it. Don't you negative Nancy this shit.
yeah, for the home team.
All right. I'll bet.
Okay, we all bet on the dwarves. We convince Zeta to throw the fight.
She won't do that.
Nah.
I'll
Zeta,
bet.
you go down in the 4th. You understand? You go down
I'll
in
just
the
bet.
4th.
I'll just put the same bet I always have been. I'll just do the regular 12 I've been betting, and put it on. I'll put it on Zeta. Mostly, I'm just trying to figure out what all the combatants can do before I bet more.
I got 10 on Zeta.
Sure hope Fish Lady got better.
But you don't know who it is.
I know who it is.
Yeah, he remembered.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Hence Lucian's thinking to himself, I sure hope she got better at fighting since the last time I saw her.
Well, to be fair, last time you fought her was a 4-on-1.
Hey, she made it that way though. She jumped straight onto the boat.
We were also
Well,
only
it
level
wasn't
one.
going to be that way when she jumped in.
So the 30 is actually the 28 gold bet because you're paying 2 gold.
I put 32 in.
Oh, 32. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 30 gold bet, and I paid 2 for the thing.
Go all out.
For the rake.
Let me just get the bets written down in general chat here. Remy was how much?
10, not including the two I paid. The two gold fee plus 10 bet.
And
So you-
Wilfred?
A 10 in total, so 8 for
And then I put down 30 with 2 gold for the rake.
And everyone was doing that. All of your bets were on Zeta.
Everything on Zeta.
yeah. So go all out. Don't hold back.
And Zeta,
No
as the
pressure.
signal goes off,
I feel
the
pressure.
ground rumbles under your feet, and everyone's getting ready to fight. You're up first.
Ah! Okay. I've been staring at my spells for the last 5 minutes. In a panic.
What do you think?
Eat them.
Yes, summon your wolf pack and
Ow.
chew them down.
I was debating whether I would wolf out first or later, but I guess it would be smart to just use up those hit points.
You have no idea what they can do.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't know what they can do.
Best not to find out the wrong way.
Well, actually, you would know, because the
You
Dwarf
do know
Bro.
what Kamal can do. Because you saw him fight when you were in Tumazar.
What
Yeah,
does
he's
he
a
do again?
He did
He's
away
a
one of
bard,
the.
but you saw him do a thunder wave that kind of liquefied a whole bunch of Sawagan.
He also did heroism, like
Mhm.
bards.
Bard stuff. Wizard like bard stuff.
And the other guy is a healer because we know that.
Do it?
You do know that he's a healer because he's who you came here for.
Hmm.
His exact capabilities you don't know, but you do know that he's a healer.
Maybe you should go for him first.
He's some kind of magic, probably possibly cleric or something.
Who knows? He's an adventurer, so he can be anything, really.
Alright, I'll start with Wolf.
You're gonna, you mean summon the wolves?
Well, I thought I was. Well, one thing I was questioning is whether I'm definitely going to summon two, but did I want to be a wolf at the same time too? That's the question I have. Do I want to be a wolf, so 3 wolves, or should I have my 2 conjured
I
and
mean,
be in my human or tiefling form?
well, you could just bum rush them and just try to swarm them as fast as you can.
With 3
But,
giant wolves.
Could be an
Yeah, I
elk
mean-
and charge them.
It's a good tactic too.
You can do CR.
Oh, that
You
reminds
can
me.
do CR2 now, like an elk.
Hitomi, can you make my deer wild shape, this little coin, work for the elf? The elk?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
I remember that from last week. It's a deer one, but it works for an elk. We just pretend it's bigger than it is.
Well, we can just.
Yeah, there you go.
go.
say you wanted to wild shape into the giant elk?
I want to. Can I conjure 2 of those?
There's CR2, so the spell I think can let you conjure 1.
Choose one of the following
Yeah, 1 of
options.
challenge
one
rating 2 or
least.
2 of challenge rating 1.
So I can conjure 1 of those giant elks.
You could do 2 of the wolves and then become an elk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably more is better. Not that it worked for
The wolves, do
rest of
the wolves get a pack bonus?
As long as they're attacking an enemy that they have allies adjacent to, yeah. But something to think about too is that while having more bodies might be useful, it's a narrow little passage to get back
True,
and forth
none
on
of them
land.
will fit. None of them will fit. Yeah, okay.
Well, they have to go one after the other.
How are the stats on my deer right? Because it's still... Will this work?
No, that's just a deer. Hang on.
Oh, I see. It's already listed as elk. Oh, but not giant.
One thing to think about is whatever you summon could block the way, and you can stand in the back and cast spells.
They
course,
can
you
also
probably-
cross the water though.
Yeah, and they could probably cast spells too. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
There, the giant elk is in your journal now.
Oh, here it is.
So, do you have decided what you're gonna do? You actually have a lot of options, but your size characters might make it a little difficult to maneuver around too.
Did you add a new spell when you turn level 6?
Yeah.
Level 6.
Yeah, we all leveled up at the start of the tournament.
Oh,
You haven't leveled to 6 yet, Luthien?
nope.
We've been level
No,
6
he
for
left
like
himself
2 weeks.
a couple
am
of
level
weeks,
5.
yeah.
I am level 5. Wow, I think I should do a thing real quick.
I
Yep.
think the night you did that I mentioned that you were pretty out of it though.
Possibly.
I probably should have reminded you.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
at the end of a late night. Yeah.
It happens a lot. Things have been rough lately. I had $5,000 of my tools
Rem-
stolen yesterday.
Remember I was
Aw,
talking about
damn.
multi-classing?
Oh yeah, I do remember you talking about that shit too.
Yeah, I went
Should've been a
with
tip-off.
Bard.
Should have been a tip
Yeah,
off.
I went with Bard.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, let me do that now. I totally would have done different things. In that
Although you
place.
guys haven't seen me really do any Bard stuff yet.
So, have you figured out what you're gonna do, Zeta?
Yeah, no, but I will just commit to something. I'm just gonna go with conjuring 2 wolves. And can I fire up my shillelagh as well?
Mhm.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna conjure the 2 wolves.
Oof. Can they move this turn, or are they?
Yeah,
are
they
like,
can.
Ooh.
That was a good roll. All them HPs.
How much? It's a D6 for you, so you would get what, 4 if you didn't roll.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not that much big a difference anyway, honestly.
I'm a wizard. Hit points are like not a big difference anyway. Ever. Just don't get hit. That's the trick.
What's your Constitution modifier?
Oh, that's a 0, buddy.
Ouch.
Yeah, I didn't really want it to be like that, but it ended up like that. I did not roll all that well. Why I typically don't go get up in the fight. I'll let y'all do that.
So Zeta you turned on the shillelagh and you summoned direwolves? What
Yeah,
are you
you
gonna
can-
do with the direwolves?
I'm gonna send. Right now, I'm sadly like hiding behind them, and I was okay with that, but it's probably in the way. So I'm gonna have them spread out a little so we have a path in between to be able to attack.
You don't want them to attack?
Do I? All right. Well, so I'll send one in then.
I'd send them both.
Yeah, get up in there.
You know, put one like right up in the first one, maybe have them run behind or something.
And they can
You know?
dash.
Have one of them run straight through to here, and then one of them on this side.
They can't go that far, right?
They have a 50-foot speed, so
Oh,
Violet
okay.
could go 5,
Oh, right. Violet and blue. I
35.
forgot.
45.
Have
So
one of
Violet
them.
could get to here,
Oh.
but Blue could get right into the middle of them. Or you could get one on each side.
The flanking I want to do.
Technically, if they
Well,
were
they
one
wouldn't
on
be
each side, they wouldn't
flanking.
give each other a bonus, though.
What was that, Hitomi?
hmm They wouldn't get flanking if there was one on each side like this,
Right.
because they're not flanking the same person.
Right. I'd rather have blue come straight ahead. And you said here?
hmm
Well, don't they get pack tactics though?
So that still gives them advantage
Yep.
for being adjacent to the same person.
All right, so I'm going for a bite.
Alright.
Which one are you? Are you both? Are they both attacking the bard?
I have my wrong sheet up. I have the elk up. Hold on. And yeah. I'm sorry, buddy.
Alright. Hang on. I actually have something I have to change for you. Because I changed your direwolf sheet because it was your wild sheet. I forgot about when you summoned them. So I have to re-add the basic direwolf to the journal. And that's the profile that they have.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Right, because the Zeta direwolf is going to be a lot stronger one day.
Because that's the one that gets all of your bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, what's that?
What? Oh. It's the default token. There you go. Now both versions are in your journal too.
All right, cool. Thank you so much.
Now you can do your bite attacks.
All right. So Zeta conjures her wolves that eventually, after that long out of character pause,
They're down.
growl and immediately run across the bridge, going for the bagpiper and biting, which I hit it twice because there's two of them.
Yep, and they both have advantage.
Oh, that's better.
Roll that again.
Oh, and I have to do damage on one of them?
Yep. So Violet has some luck and manages to get a good chomp in.
Take one. Uh-oh. That's a big roll. I don't feel so bad.
That just-
though, come on.
Um,
That just saves him from being knocked
That's
prone.
just the save from. Yeah, she gets him on the arm, but he manages to like force her jaws open and get his arm free again.
Still, way to put the bodies up.
It's a pretty good. It's a pretty strong opener because it gives them something to have to deal with.
Woo, go Zeta! You hear Wilfred just shout from like behind.
And you can still move if you want to.
Ow! Zeta howls and moves forward to about here. Am I blocking her way?
Yep. She comes in and kind of like squeezes in beside you on the narrow little path.
I got
So you're
you
not a
there.
total fruit bat.
Fruit. I'm not
That's
a
good,
fruit
I
bat.
guess.
I'm not a fruit bat.
That's what she just said. She just said you're not a total fruit bat.
Yeah.
I do wolf sometimes, but never fruit bat.
Get in there, rogue lady.
What the hell is a fruit bat?
She says, I think you're crazy, basically.
a
Like,
Fruit-
you're not
Fruit Loop
totally
kinda?
crazy.
But
Yeah,
instead,
basically.
It's a fruit bat instead of a Fruit Loop. Okay, that's funny.
So she manages to slip in, running pretty much as fast as she can. And does manage to slip between Blue and Violet and thrusts while no luck
Uh-oh.
there. While Kamal is distracted. But he manages to pull loose at just the same time. And
Hmm?
so she thrusts for him, but he pulls back at the last second, and Violet's jaws clack shut again and manage to grab onto the sword. She's kind of doesn't clue in right away and shakes, hurling the sword And that's
oof.
15 feet to the side into the water.
What just fell in
Hey.
the water?
Yeah, your wolf threw
Your
her sword.
sword.
Who? What?
Rogue
Your
lady.
partner's sword.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's not.
shit.
She's
She
not
thrust
good.
it for Kamal, but he just pulled loose of Violet at the last second. So instead of stabbing in on like the back of his shoulder, she thrust in, he was gone, and Violet snapped down on the sword.
She rolled a
And
critical
not cluing
fail.
into what was
One.
going on, Violet shook her head around and tossed the sword 15 feet to the side and into the water.
Oh.
It's out of character. Yeah, she didn't seem like she's got much better at fighting.
Zeta casts Thaumaturgy
shit.
and goes, "What the hell,
Get on her
fruit
side.
bat?" What was that?
What?
No, the luck is still not on her side, it seems.
It's
Nope.
not. Who's fruit bat now, bitch?
Trying to say this. She's your partner.
She wouldn't say that.
What
though.
the heck
Only
is
I
wrong
would.
with your mutts?
Yeah, what's
All
wrong with
three
your
of
butt,
us
Zeta?
howl.
Oh man, my pocket feels lighter already.
Blame it on my pooches.
Alright, now it's their turn. Let's see what they got.
I don't blame you for it, but don't blame me for this.
There it is.
Oh, that's so cute.
So the dire wolves. Well, those don't have
Oh.
advantage. So the first one fails, the second one passes.
Violet's
So
strong
blue.
tonight.
I should have checked how far. I think it's 15 feet.
That sounds about right.
I have
10
the
feet
spell.
away.
15-foot cube, 10 feet away from you. Yeah.
Ooh, what about a rogue lady?
5, 10.
And Blue
I was just gonna
skids
move
off
to
into
her
the
next.
water and splashes on
Nope.
the edge. Back feet in, front feet out, I imagine.
Mhm.
Oof.
So the blast pretty much lifts Blue up off of his front feet, and he's spun right around and just manages to dig back in as he's starting to sink into the water.
Nice.
So he's like up over his hips in the water, like his hind legs,
Feet digging in
and his
deep,
front paws are in the mud as he's pulling himself back up, scrambling.
right? And he's big, so he probably sunk in a bit. A lot. Awesome. Glad I stood back.
You wanna give me a hand here? As he calls up to his partner. I didn't even think to give you guys a description right away on him. So now that he's prepared for combat, Slava is cutting a very different figure from what you saw during the registration. He's wearing a full set of, like a set of full plate, but it's not made with metal. It's made with this dull, almost black stone.
Oh.
And his weapon as well is like a great big, it's a great big stone wheel, basically.
Oh
stick.
no. Oh, thank God, I thought it was a breaking wheel.
What?
A breaking wheel? It's a thing they use to break people's arms and legs.
Oh, no, not like that.
Never mind.
It's more like, no, that one's wood.
I can't wait to see how this rogue lady will bite it this time.
It's more like this.
Ooh. That doesn't look too friendly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, come on then, Poppy. Time for some play.
Ooh.
Which does hit.
Oof.
And oh, not very good damage on that roll. So as he wheels back with the hammer, you see the stone just sparks and then is suddenly wreathed in flames, and he bears down on Violet, managing to catch, like, near the hump of her back, like, by the shoulder. And while the hit itself isn't, like, completely debilitating, you see she flinches away from it and her fur is still smoldering.
Violet whimpers loudly, but I assume shakes off the fire.
The fire is pretty stubborn and doesn't actually go out right away.
Oh shit. She like, I don't know, stop, drop, and roll?
Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to double check about the spell. And that's Zeta is up. Or didn't Zeta just? No, that's right. He's at the bottom. Zeta is up again.
Okay. I'm gonna move forward to flank Redbeard here.
You guys moving around? Because I can't see anything happening. Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
Never
we're
mind.
moving
Ignore
around.
me. Technical difficulties, but it'll be alright. It'll fix right now.
You need to be either, I think, here or here to
Here or
flat or
here,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where?
To be
Right here,
opposite of
so
one of
you're
your
opposite
teammates.
Oh, okay, can I
Violet.
hit him from here?
where you are now.
Oh, okay, cool.
You
And
want to be opposite or opposite.
where this is opposite where I am?
Yeah, you're opposite right now of this
See?
this teammate.
You're opposite Violet.
Oh, Violet.
So that counts as flanking.
Okay. I misunderstood. I thought I was Flint. Okay. I thought we were talking about my teammate, not Violet. Gotcha.
Well, if you wanted to flank for your teammate, you'd have to be over here.
Flanking is the opposite side. Okay, I understand now.
But then you're also giving them flanking on you, so I
Right,
don't
and I
think
don't
that's
want
the
to
best
jump in the center of that. Yeah. So I didn't realize though I could reach him from this square. Okay. Um.
Mhm.
So Zeta finally runs into battle and says, "I'm really sorry to hit you. Hope doesn't hurt. I like your beard," and whacks him with the shillelagh. Oh,
Okay.
that's not helpful.
Go ahead and make the attack with advantage.
You got this.
And you swing, but it
Oh, I missed. Shit.
and it cracks off of the plate like a rise of stone around the back of his neck. And you see the green, the flash of light that normally comes off your shillelagh just kind of disperses across his armor and doesn't seem to do anything.
Oh wow, that's nice armor. And my arms are killing me now. Because I imagine they just kind of shook her. So that's a partial
That is an
action.
action.
That's an action. Okay.
And then your wolves have action too.
Move them into place. Bite him to death.
Blue's got to come out and play again. So now, how does flanking work with them being so big? Like
Basically, flanking rules
have
for
to-
large creatures is a little bit
over
less
here?
fussy.
Gotcha.
Typically,
So
they
for you
take
to
up
flank,
This
you have to draw a straight line through
that
the enemy.
was an obvious one. Oh, okay. Straight line through an enemy. Gotcha. Oh. Okay. So that sounds good. Gotcha. Okay.
So, like, it's easier to flank a larger creature than
Right.
it is to flank a smaller creature.
Gotcha. I apparently just learned the theories of flanking, guys.
That's the
Um,
easy way to do it with
That makes
the
sense.
easy way to do it with like grid play like we do.
All right, so these two need to go in for a bite.
Mhm.
And I think I'm gonna have them both go for Kamal.
Okay.
Oh, fingers crossed. Is in there? Oh, this is advantage.
Ouch. Those both hit.
Nice.
And he fails the first strength saving throw and is dragged to the ground. So you can roll damage for both.
Is that right?
And now for the other one. So this time, as Blue manages to rush back up out of the water, Kamal is realizing he's in a bad place and
Oh,
gets
yeah.
stuck in between both direwolves. And when he tries to fend off the one bringing his arm up with, wait, he had a shield? No. So he brings up his warhammer and tries to fend off Blue, and then while he's doing that, Violet chomps down and gets him, like, by the back of his shirt and the belt of his pants, and swings to the side and just drags him down onto the ground, and the both of them lay into him for a little bit while he's trying to fight them off and
Chew toy. I can just hear his little bagpipes going squeak, Squeak! Dang, they're tough. Of course, they've been rolling well. One always does better than the other.
Just
Nice job
because
on
you
the
talked
damage, by
about
the
you
way.
can already hear his bagpipes.
Say that again, Atomi.
Just because you made the joke about hearing his bagpipes. Um, so taking advantage of his distraction, Mildred slips right over here. And this time she tries with her dagger instead of her sword. And slips in while Blue and Violet are hassling him. And jerks the dagger up underneath his breastplate. And that's enough to finish him off. She gets in and she gets a pretty deep cut across his abdomen, and he curls around the wound, and he kind of tries to shield his head. You have enough presence of mind to know that he's done fighting and direct Blue and Violet off of him.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just slips down in here, putting herself between Slava and his now downed partner.
Not bad, guys. Or ladies, more like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shiv that dwarf. Shiv him like there's a prison.
So, speaking under his breath, Slava sets the maul down for a moment. And there's that same kind of flare of energy similar to the fire. And actually, I forgot to do this, so we'll say that as he speaks the word, the fire on Violet also sparks back up. I need Violet to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ugh. Any advantage or no?
Nope, just Constitution saving throw.
Oh, there it is. Uh-oh.
So she takes another 4 fire damage. As the flames are starting to grow a little bit more intense on her back. Go ahead and try me then. I don't go down quite that easy. And it's back to Zeta.
Swarm him. Rush him. Circle around. Stomp him into the ground.
Well, for the Zeta coin. I mean, I'm just gonna go back in and. I wish the Shillelagh whack was a. Was it a half action? I forget what it's called.
It's an
Bonus
action.
It's an attack.
I wish it was a bonus.
That'd be too
Uh,
best.
You're right.
the, activating it is a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm kind of debating on zapping this guy with Moonbeam, but then I'll hit all the other people's, and that's terrible. So I'm just gonna hit him with my Shillelagh again. Oh, it didn't work last time though. But that was just because it was
Yeah,
a
just
shitty
but
roll.
oh. You should position yourself so you can get advantage.
So I can get a what?
Advantage.
Don't I have
Well,
advantage because of
what
You do have
other
advantage for being opposite Violet.
Violet? Yeah.
Yeah,
what
but
other spells
your
do you have
friend,
in
though.
your?
Moonbeam. Spike growth. Plant growth. Fairy fire. Now that's gonna help her get this guy, right?
Fairy fire would give all your allies advantage against him, although they probably
But
would
they're
get that from
already getting advantage pretty easily just because of all the
from
flanking.
flanking and
That's
stuff.
true, yeah. Flanking like crazy right now. So I'm just gonna hit him.
You could move here, so this one, your ally will have flanking.
Oh, and then I could move blue to be able to. That's a good idea. I'm gonna put her here, and then I'm gonna move blue to the east later.
Bully the new guy.
Just surround him, basically.
All right, and I'm gonna give him a Shillelagh bop.
Before you attack, can
Oh,
you make me a
shit.
wisdom saving throw?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Whoa.
So you succeed anyway. But again, your attack skips off of his armor and the energy just diffuses out.
All right, this is my Shillelagh's not working.
Whip him or
And
something.
Violet and Blue still have their stuff.
Wait, my Thorn Whip is no, that's full action. Okay, yeah. So Violet and Blue it is.
You can't do it this turn, but next turn if you wanted to try something with it.
So I'm gonna move blue over and Violet over, and I'm gonna, of course, bite the guys left
And I need wisdom saving throws
for the
for
wolves.
Blue and Violet.
Just click on Wisdom.
Every time somebody attacks them.
Whoa.
Oh, gotcha.
Hey. Not bad.
18 and 14. They don't have
So-
advantage on those, I don't think.
Yeah. So
Oh.
Blue passes, but Violet fails. Must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell, so Violet has to choose a new target to bite or just cancel the bite. And Blue can still make the attack as normal.
Well, we're definitely gonna cancel the bite because there's no one else to bite that we want to bite. So blue goes for a bite.
Nice.
And that's a hit.
Oof.
Is that 19 points of damage?
Mhm.
Yeah. You did last turn you did like 32 points of damage and your Shillelagh missed. If your Shillelagh had hit, you'd have done like 40 some for the turn.
Dang, she's vicious.
But yeah, your bites have been critting on the direwolves. Been getting a few crits.
Scary.
So Blue gets in and while he does bring his arm up and block the worst of it, she still rakes her fangs across his forehead and his cheek a little bit. and he's left with some shallow cuts.
Man, he
It's
is.
to Mildred.
Does he have to
Round.
roll for a save or to not go prone, or is he
He
invulnerable?
already rolled it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I have him set to GM rolls. That's my bad. I did testing with his character sheet before. He rolled a 21 though.
All right.
Dang. Strong guy. Go, Rogue Lady! Woo, Zeta! You hear Wilfred from behind you.
You
Zeta.
can't be hit. You can't be hitting his armor. You're not gonna get anywhere. And saying that, of course. Oh, she didn't make her wisdom save anyways. She does pass. But still fails. She passes and she thrusts and goes for his beard, like to try to sneak in under his beard and his chin. But he just tucks his chin and leans back, and the dagger glances off of the gorget instead.
Tink.
Oh, come on, you'll have to do better than that.
He's surrounded. This guy is just the manliest man.
And he casts Healing Word, rolling
Oh.
mass Healing Word, rolling the absolute minimum.
That's good.
Ah! Oh wait, his buddy's back up. Get him!
So Kamal is getting back up. He's still kind of clutching his stomach and working his way to his feet, though. Which is not gonna last very long.
I would still recommend you go for the tough.
Wow, that went around fast. It's my turn again. Okay.
Yep, that's how
And
fights
I need
go.
a Constitution save from Violet.
How, Oh, you need a Constitution save from Violet.
Yeah, she's on fire.
Mhm. So finally, she's shaking and manages to put out the worst of the fire. There's still some cinders in her fur, but she's not burning anymore.
The squares are all 5 feet, right?
Mhm.
So if I was to cast Moonbeam on him, it wouldn't hit any of the rest of us. Is that correct?
Yeah, you could put it on the back if that's what who you're trying
That
to
would
hit.
be right,
Are you
yeah.
trying to hit? Are you trying to hit the dwarf or the?
Either
Or-
one.
I mean the.
They're
I don't-
both dwarves.
I just don't want to hit any of us in the process. But if I know it's like targeted to just him, then I should be okay. Then yeah, I'd like to.
Pretty sure you can decide if Moonbeam hurts something, even if it's in their range, right? Or no?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you
It's
can't.
all things inside the circle.
Yeah.
So don't do that.
So I'm gonna do it to my friend the Piper.
Oh,
I don't
Rude.
want to. Well, I don't want to have to move the moonbeam like between the wolves and the peoples and all the things. So oh, yeah.
oh. Poor guy.
Even at half damage, 1 is all it takes. He only healed 1 hit point.
Poor guy.
I don't even have to roll for it.
No,
No, you only need
he
to
only
do
has
1
1
damage.
hit point because he only got healed by 1.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So just like turning on the moonbeam was enough.
Flash of light.
Sorry, buddy.
Poor guy.
We'll party later. I know healing spells. Okay. She gets back into place. Okay, so now, well, of course, I'm going in for more bites.
Rawr.
Roar! Roar!
I need wisdom saving throws again.
Oh, shit.
Both succeed, so
Woohoo.
Violet manages to hit with her bite.
Only one bite hits, right?
Yep, just Violet.
That's still good.
Sold.
And again, she chomps at him. He manages to keep her off of him. He's blocking with his hammer. But it's right to the back of her teeth, and his arms just aren't long enough. Her jaws are still snapping right in his face. Tugs a big clump out of his beard.
Ouch.
You guys are doing really good in this fight.
And she manages to sneak the blade in again.
Dang.
Ooh.
Nice.
So like slipping in between Blue and Violet, snapping and bouncing and moving around. She manages to get in, but he turns enough that rather than getting against the side of his neck, she grazes off the back of his ear and the back of his head. And some of the bright red hair falls down the back of his armor. Enough of this place. Rather fight with my back to the water, at least. And he shoulders past Violet and squeezes in between you and Violet and in the water. So Blue and Mildred can make an opportunity attack, but both have to make wisdom saves. She fails.
Do a wisdom save for Blue to see if
Oh,
he can
sorry.
hit with a attack of opportunity.
No, fails.
Do the rest of us get to do that?
No, he didn't leave anyone else's range.
Gotcha.
Mm.
That feels a little better. Come on. I got all day.
He healed himself for 2.
Healed himself for 16.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Can I move
Bas-
the? Can I move Violet to the south before moving my moonbeam? Is that okay?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna tell Violet with our mind melds to go down here and then move. Oh, I can't do that. the moonbeam onto him. And I'm gonna have my blue. I don't wanna. Oh, I'm gonna have blue come over here. Does that work as
Well, you
flanking?
could
No,
you
kind
could
of.
move. You could move yourself.
Oh yeah.
You could move yourself.
So blue was here. Shit, sorry about that.
That's about right.
From up here, you'd need reach to reach down off the ledge to get in.
Okay,
But
so I'm gonna
Yeah,
move
because that's a
here,
leg.
and I'm gonna move blue here, so I'm flanking with the dogs, right?
You're not flanking, no.
Wait, I don't even need to be that close. What am I doing up in the shit? I
you'll
go
take
back
a
for
attack of
through.
opportunity if you move away. But I still think you should. I still
Yeah,
think you
I'll
should
do
move
that.
away.
I'll do that. I'm gonna, cause I want room
Like-
for her
like-
to get in. That should be fine, right?
Yeah, he makes the swing. He goes for it.
Oh,
Does 15 hit you?
I don't know.
I think your AC is 14.
Oh shit. Yep.
12
Ouch.
with the armor, 14 with the shield.
And you still have a bonus action, and you could probably heal yourself. Don't you have
Laser.
a bonus action healing word or something?
Oh, it's a bonus action. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me do that.
Or you could or you
He's
could
casting
transform.
3rd level.
Sirix. Spite.
Whoa.
It doesn't have an option to cast at higher level for some reason. So he's casting it at 3rd level. And it's 1d6 extra for every level you cast it at. So it's 18, 23 damage to Zeta.
Ooh.
And he made an attack, so he loses his sanctuary.
No
many-
more simming.
How many was that? 23?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stay away from him.
But that's on the attack of opportunity. Your action still isn't over. You still have a bonus action.
And you
So
can
you could-
moonbeam him.
She used the move. She moved the moonbeam. That was her action, but she still has a bonus action.
I'm
So
gonna
she
Yeah,
can
heal
trans.
yourself.
Yeah.
You can use a heal, or you can transform if you want to. Also,
Oh, that's true. There's only one dude left. I might as well go nuts. Okay, so that's a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna change then.
Oh
right,
man.
but you won't really be able to reach him. That's the thing.
Yeah, you'd have to position
So if
your
I
roll.
was you, I would probably just heal yourself. But it's up to you.
Okay, so I'm gonna heal myself.
I mean, you could pick a charging animal and try to charge him, but the problem is your ally is probably going to move there before you have a chance to
Yeah.
do that.
Now,
Um,
is it worth it to do a level 2 healing word?
Yeah?
Why not?
Can you do?
Why not? Yeah.
You
It just
just
boosts the amount of
raise your
healing you get.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
You're healing yourself, right? Don't you get cure wounds?
Yeah, but she has to do
She
the
doesn't have cure wounds prepared.
Oh,
even if she did, that's a full action, I think, and
It
she
is.
doesn't. She used her full action to
Mhm.
move her moon.
oh, okay.
Hey,
Oh,
9 points.
So get me back 9. Nice.
Yeah, don't get near him
And-
anymore.
And you can also roll the damage on your moon.
Oh right. Boom.
Beam of laser.
Still, though, 7 is not bad. It's gonna whittle away, especially with your wolf bites.
Bite
Oh
him.
yeah. Speaking of which, advantage. Roar. Roar.
Nice. Drag him to the
And
ground.
both of those hit.
19. Wow.
He still stubbornly manages to stay on his feet, though.
Wow, he's tough, little guy.
You are tearing through him though.
At this point, they've got him by both arms and they're like trying to tear him in half, but he's just pulling and holding them back.
I can just see
Oof.
him like hulking out.
And at this point, he's calling you out, and it's, oh, come on! You can do better than this, can't you?
That's
I'll
one
try.
tough throw. You do it, Data! Wolf him out! You hear Wolfred shouting.
I almost feel like if anybody could do well in this tournament by themselves, Zeta might be the one that would do the best by themselves.
Her action economy is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah,
That conjure animals alone is really strong in this type of
it's an amazing
setup.
spell.
Especially now that I know what flanking really is.
You throw in a rogue in there, and you got just a bad day for anybody that can't take a few hits.
So I used up all my stuff, right?
Yeah, that's it. You did good
Mm.
though.
Not
Just
bad.
making sure I'm not lost. I got I'm still like so confused at parts.
26 damage, not your best round, but pretty close.
26.
You also took a bunch of damage that round, but then
Yeah.
healed yourself.
Yeah, I got a lot back too.
Oh, she doesn't have advantage, but that is still a hit. She just steps across and throws a dagger at him after seeing the hammer hit you, and she's not eager to get in reach of it.
Oh, she's giving you some room though. That's good.
Nice.
And the dagger slices in, it bites really deep across his cheek, and takes a little wedge out of his ear.
Oof.
And finally his arms let out, and Violet drags him off his feet and over to the side.
Oof.
And he goes down spluttering and splashes down in the water.
Oh,
He
get him
pulls
out of
himself
there.
back up to his knees and manages like, oh, forgive me, getting too old for it. And then Blue jumps on his back and slams him down into the water.
No. Oh, poor guy. Wow, good job, you two. Yeah! Woo!
Zeta puts her hands up, one towards
I was
each of the wolves, to try and will them to calm.
They
getting
settle
worried
down pretty
when
quickly once you...
I was worried when
She's
your
like
partner lost her
panting.
weapon in the first round, in the first turn.
Yeah, me too.
Well, her short sword is her weaker weapon,
Okay.
So
all told.
both wolves kind of drop to the ground, low as possible in a submissive pose.
You can also unsummon them.
Violet actually starts licking the blood off of what's his face's face, Slava's face. Whimpering and licking some of the blood off. Blue comes over to me to get attention.
Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of the circle now. The circle is such a pain in the butt to get rid of.
Sorry.
Delete.
This is the one thing I don't like about Moonbeam. I love the spell, it's a lot of fun,
Why don't we
but
just
it's
make
the
a
circle
coin for
tool
it?
on here is horrible.
We should just make a coin for it.
I should. Actually, I'll do that now. I'll just make a blank token.
Mm-hmm.
Like a ray of light and a
Maybe
token of.
a little smaller so we can see like it's in the middle of someone's coin or something. I can always, if you put it on my thing, I can always grab it and throw it out. So it just work like a wild shape, right?
His attack, he hits pretty hard. You guys did pretty good to
Keep him
avoid
away
that.
from you.
I didn't know he was gonna hit so hard when you moved out of his range. But I think that was the best
Players.
idea. If it didn't end this round, you could have still, transformed into a elk and charged him or something like that, or
Yeah, you guys were whittling him down for quite a while.
So
And when he rolled 1 on the healing word, it didn't go very well for him.
So Zeta stands up in front of Blue, raises her hands again with the psychic bond or whatever, calls both of them over, brings her hands and feet really close to the ground, whatever, knees. And they're both like licking her hands, and all of a sudden, how do you think they should disappear, B? Cool way they
They
disappear.
do a
That's
back.
up to you.
They do a backflip and pop away.
Should be like some sort of green light. And maybe it turns into smoke or something.
They do a spin. They leap straight up and they pop.
No, in this case though, I'm like really trying to keep them chill. So that they don't hurt anybody. And then, poof, they disappear.
So the fur of their forms starts to shift, and it changes from the thick dark fur and changes into a greenish, like a dark green that fades and into light greens as it turns to leaves that fade right through autumn into the reds and oranges and wither away,
Whoa.
leaving a few twigs that fall to the ground and dissolve to nothing.
That's awesome.
Woo! You did it, Zeta! You hear a wolfish shout from like the stand.
And
And
Zeta,
you
of
too.
course, howls loudly. And then looks to her buddies here to make sure they're okay.
There, now you've got a moonbeam token.
Yay!
So, Slava comes up out of the water and he's totally drenched. But he spits out some seawater and kind of pats himself down a little bit. Ugh. I'm getting too old and fat to be fighting this much longer.
You did really good.
you could give them a healing word.
I wasn't expecting to see the big old pack of wolves coming for me.
Yeah, well, they're my animals. Yeah, they're pretty tough. They keep everybody in
I
line.
tried to tell you about her.
Haven't even seen
I
the
tried
pack
to
of
tell
rats
you
yet.
about her stuff, Slava. I told you to be fair, she said. She's druid. Just like all the fairy tales and stuff. We met back in Tumanzar. Yeah, but I didn't think that she'd actually been telling the truth.
Well, yeah, I'm telling the truth.
There's nothing against you, man. It's just... well, it's fairy tales. It's
Well,
been hundreds of years. Hundreds.
your
when I
fairy
was a wee
tale is
lad,
my
met-
reality.
I've met druids when I was a wee lad. But that was... 350 years ago. It's just been a long, long time.
Well, it was an honor to do battle with you.
Yeah, it was a good reminder that I can be trounced by anybody.
Can
You
say
never
that
know
one
what
more
anybody's
time?
got up their sleeve. It's a good reminder that I can be trounced by anybody. You never know what someone has up their sleeve.
Mm.
I think this is a good reminder for me that I can control it more than I realized. So thanks for that opportunity.
Woo! You will.
I'm just updating the bracket here really quick.
Meanwhile, Zeta looks into the stands in Wilfred's direction and is like jumping up and down and woo, yeah, look what we did, I did
Yeah,
it.
thumbs up. God damn it, though, everybody in the losers bracket.
Luthien
Super
did a
tough.
pretty good, won a lot of money on that one.
Heck yeah, he did.
Hell yeah.
I have 30 gold now.
I'm finally slightly in the positive.
Got 63 gold now.
Nice.
I've gotta say, it felt kind of good beating a Drumbeard. Even if it was, you know, this.
Even though it was this,
How was your partner talking there?
I had trouble hearing what she said.
That was it. You heard it. She said it felt pretty good beating a Drumbeard, even though it was, you know, this.
Is that a big deal? Is that a hard thing to do?
Do you actually say that, or?
Well, do I know how strong he is? I mean, am I privy to his like?
Well, you don't know a whole lot about what it means being a Drumbeard.
But I know enough to know it's a name that is a big deal.
You remember Drumbeard was the name on one of the identification stones that you found on the dwarves on the highway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oops.
Yep.
so I know that.
It was the younger one who had the pipe.
So they're probably from the same clan.
Fuck. And I know that. How would she handle that? I'm afraid she might tell them.
Well, she wouldn't know anything.
Zeta?
No, the rogue
No,
lady.
that's true. They didn't. I don't think anyone actually showed Zeta the identification or anything.
Oh yeah, no.
She was still wild shaped at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right.
Alright, so it's good she doesn't know. Well, that was a terrific battle. I'm gonna go rest up a little bit, though. I'm pretty worn out after that.
Well, it took a lot out of me, too. Not so much for me. I hardly got to get a good word in edgewise. For that bleeding mud's went and tore me down. And the dwarves start heading off to the exit. Kind of bickering a little bit.
So, you see, I'm not a fruit bat, she says, and walks on.
Oh, you're still a fruit bat.
What? I thought I said I wasn't a fruit bat.
You said it. Big difference between saying and being, though.
Mm.
Anyway, that's our bout for today. I'm gonna take care of some business in the city.
Alright, that was fun. Good job. Hold on to your knife next time. And she walks off.
Burn. Not bad.
Thank you. Just gonna pop herself in the middle like before. Woo, I did it! She goes around and high fives everybody.
Good job.
Yeah. And I gotta see what the losers bracket's gonna be like now. I'm being honest, some of these guys are no joke.
These guys haven't fought yet. Guys from Stone that
Hmm.
Remy knows.
That's true.
And there's only 4 teams
They're
left.
one of the 4 teams left. And we
That's-
could actually get through probably both rounds tonight if you want to. But if you guys want to go out and explore the city instead of watching, you can do that too.
I kind of want to stick around and see, because I know Bozon and Funa haven't fought yet, and I want to keep an eye on them. Also, I'm pretty sure Pimkis signed up for this tournament. So I'm gonna stick around here.
Did we ever decide where the bagpipes are?
No.
Can we?
Hey Wolf, you still
they
awake?
had been in the cart, but when the cart was destroyed, you moved them into Giles' cart.
I think Wolf is asleep.
Did you update your sheet to reflect that you have the logging, climbing,
Me?
logging kit? Yeah,
I got
climbing
logging kit.
tools. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I got logging kit right here. Wolf, you awake? No, I think
is
he
he
fell asleep,
asleep?
guys. Yeah, I think he
Minus-
fell
Is
asleep.
that who's breathing? Is
Yeah.
Sleeping.
I think so.
I want to ask Luthien.
He
gonna
can't.
walk up.
He's asleep, dude.
Luthien is asleep.
Can't you hear the breathing?
Wolf
That's
is
what we're talking
asleep.
about. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. You hear the breathing? That's him sleeping.
Yeah. So we think we're gonna have. I'm gonna mute him. I don't know.
Pretty soundly, too.
To be fair, he did say he was having a lot of work.
Yeah, and he, like, someone stole a bunch
Wake
of
up!
his stuff. He's deep sleep.
Yeah. There we go.
There. I'm
We'll
not
say
sure. I
Luthien-
think kick is to kick him out of the server, so I'll just move him for now.
There we go. We'll catch him up when he wakes up.
He needs some rest, you know?
Poor guy.
Oh, did those guys leave? The other guys that are from Stonebrook that were
The
just over
dwarfs?
the
No,
Stonebrook guys?
they got called for their next fight.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh, look who it is, guys.
Ooh! Oh, hell yeah. I want to see this battle.
I've got to make sure their sheets are up to date too.
On my sheet, The logging kit is in gray. I don't know why that is.
I have no idea.
I think it's because it's not equipped.
Oh,
Yeah, because you
yeah,
hit the
I
eye.
unchecked that. Okay.
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Can I have Zeta run out to Giles's wagon, get the bagpipes, and come back in?
Mhm.
I'd like to do that.
Remy, what can you tell me about your friends?
I don't know. They're pretty tricky.
Hmm.
I'll be
It's been a long time. I haven't seen them in a long time. You know, I don't. But
Okay.
they're a sneaky bunch.
Oh, okay.
They're pretty tough. You know, they live
You
on the
know,
survive on the streets.
what you know, Remy, is Murtif, who is the smaller guy. Or no, who's Effort, isn't he? I'm thinking them all up now. Yeah, so Effort, who is the smaller one, taught you a lot of what you know about being a rogue. Like picking pockets, using a dagger, that sort of thing. He helped refine your talents as a rogue. And Martef wasn't really as much of the sneaky type. He was more like guild muscle. If
Mhm.
someone messed with you guys, Martef dealt with them. He was the one that kicked down the doors and made people upset for doing things that they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, that.
Hmm. I look down at Pimpkus and Kaylee. How do they look?
Still a little bit, like, disheveled. They didn't really camp the best last night. Other than that, though, they seem fine.
I'm gonna before the things start going off. I'm gonna cut my hands and shout, "Pimpkus, Kaylee, do your best. I believe in you too."
And real quick before it starts, I wanted to have Zeta kind of run over and plop down because she just ran from Giles's cart. Pretty much ran most of the way. So as not to miss the festivities. And plop
Mhm.
down next to these two and pulls the bagpipes out of her bag. And say, hey, come on, I wanted to show you this. What do you
Oh, yeah,
think
you
of
were
it?
talking about this before.
Yeah. This is the bagpipes I was talking about. What do you think of them?
And beside you, Slava is getting teased pretty mercilessly by Bozon about losing the fight.
Aw.
You do remember vaguely that when you heard about Slava, it was because Mira and Bozon know him. They used to adventure together.
Hmm.
Oh god. These are nice people, son of a bitch. Killed their friends. But I don't know that, so that's fine.
Um, Alright, I have to make sure that all of this is set.
Are you gonna be betting, Remy?
What? Am I gonna what? Oh,
Betting on this fight.
yeah, this is a tough one to bet on because I know both sides.
The thing is, I have an idea of Kaylee and well Pipkus's capabilities, and I do, but I have a feeling based on how they look right now and the experience you tell me these two have, that this fight might be pretty one-sided.
You never know.
True, but Kaylee's barely developing her magic, and Pipkus, I don't know. I'd like to have faith in him, but he is just starting out after all.
I'm not gonna wager. You can wager if you want. I'll just sit and watch and see what happens.
What should I wager if I want to? Um. Hmm.
Actually, yeah, I think I'm
Yeah,
gonna wager on
I
my
was
Stoneberg
gonna.
my Stoneberg buddies.
Yeah.
I think I'll wager
That's-
on them just because I think I did mention to them that I would place, for luck. I would bet on them for.
Yeah, you told them.
So
Where's
I'll put
F-
yeah. So I'll put 10. I'll do my standard bet of 12 gold, 2 gold for the fee, and 10 gold bet on Martif and what's the other one?
Effort.
Martif and Afford.
I will. I'll bet 25 on Martif and Halford.
25 gold? Whoa.
And you know, Remy, I kind of hope I lose. I really. As I look down at them, give them a kind of a sad look at.
Well, they haven't won yet. Never know what can happen.
I mean, like I lose. I want my bet to fall through. I want them, Pipkus and Kaylee.
So Effort runs kind of conservative with his speed. He does start running like as soon as the signal starts. So he's still running while the ground is shaking. And he gets to about the middle of the bridge and tosses a dart in Kaylee's direction,
Oof.
which does hit. And then immediately backpedals as fast as he can.
Who did he hit?
He hit Kaylee.
Mm.
And she's a river halfling. So I just have to double check. Because I'm forgetting the halfling stuff. No, it was the caravan halflings who had the benefit.
Oh.
So she fails.
Oh wow.
Ouch.
Oof.
So she's immediately blinded.
Dang. Pedro.
Although you guys can't really see what that is from up here, you just see she gets hit with a dart and then is kind of blinking and stumbling backwards for a moment. Oh, I forgot about one of his features, so that actually does...
Oh.
So when he flings the dart, it catches, like, right in her cheek beside her lips. And goes and glances off her teeth, and it's bleeding pretty badly from her cheek.
Oof.
Um... Yeah, that seems like what she'd use. So it's reflexive. She's like, flicking her hands in the direction that she thinks the dart came from. And with one backhanded sweep in that direction, clouds high above the arena start to darken and thicken, and rain just comes pouring down. And I have to get, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Oof. Whoa. What's with the lines? Gage, stop that.
Squad spell.
And the rain coming down, you can see the dirt is like going dark and hard, and little balls of ice start forming across the surface. Hmm. Yeah. And she kind of moves back a little bit further, but closer towards Pinkiss, or where she assumes he is. Murtaugh tries to seize on the initiative while they're reeling from the blinding dark. He knows the trick by now.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, he does have to get through the ice. And has no luck. Immediately slipping and falling on his face.
Oh.
So that was... So he manages to scramble back upright, and he's moving forward, but he's barely a silhouette in the rainstorm as you just see sheets upon sheets of freezing rain coming down.
Oof.
And Pimkus steps right up to the edge of the rain. It's still kind of getting in his hair and down the front of his shield and stuff, but he sets up and holds his position between them and Kaylee. And he does call something, but you don't really hear it over the rain and the crowd and everything going on.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh! You
Oh,
get it
wow.
all so well. So even Alfred goes down, slipping on the ice. But rather than trying to move through it, he decides he'll go around it.
Hmm.
Still, oh, that was the wrong person. No, that was the right person. How did she roll a 1? Oh, that was just straight constitution. That's why. Oh well. It's still a fail. So she doesn't know that he's coming, but she does move closer to Pimkus after his shouting.
Hmm.
Um... And that's all she'll do for now.
So what's happened?
Sorry. Martif, with more guts than brains, it would seem, brings an arm up in front of his face and tries to force his way through the rain still. He only makes it a couple of steps before he wipes out again and gets up, but he barely gets anywhere.
Come on, dude.
Pimkus saw what's going on and sees, Aphrodite coming out of the water. And again moves himself so that he's as best in between them and Kaylee as he can be. And Aphrodite knows that he's probably not going to get a whole lot done without Martif also there to try and open them up or get a better opportunity to attack. So he throws a dart at Pipkiss. It does hit, but Pimkus is not blinded.
Oof.
So he gets hit, and he calls out when he gets hit. Kaylee still doesn't really know where much of anything is. But she knows where the storm is, and she knows that Pimkus moved. So she steps up to the edge of the storm and casts Hands of the Storm.
Oof.
DC 11. Why is that 11? Oh, because it's spellcasting ability none instead of. There, her DC is 15. It just. I didn't fix her sheet after the reset, apparently.
Ah. Oh, that's why they can't pass. They have been rolling kind of low.
So it's only a 15-foot cone, but it zaps anything in the water as well. So straight through all of the rain. Effort. I don't think you can really dodge rainfall that you're already soaked in, so I'll give him save, but with disadvantage. And he fails, so takes the full 7 damage.
Nice. They're doing pretty good.
They keep kicking their own character sheet. Oh, and she's no longer
no.
blinded either.
Mm.
Just don't. I can't see anything. And he's still inching his way through the storm.
Man, this guy really just can't catch a break, huh? But honestly, who willingly goes into a storm? I nudge Remy, hey, your friends aren't doing so good.
And Pimkus is gonna try the technique that's worked so well for Wilfred for so long, charge and tackle them. Unfortunately, he doesn't have as much luck. And he rushes shield first for effort, but he just kind of pivots on the ball of one foot, throws his body up to the side, and completely evades getting hit.
Oh.
He does immediately follow with a sword swing. Unfortunately, again, he swings and it goes wide. Maybe being a little bit reckless, he swings 2 more times. And again, wide sweep, wide sweep. No such luck.
Calm down, Pimkus. Focus. Wilfred shouts over the crowd.
Seeing this as his chance to end the fight, Efford follows right behind the wide swings, ducks right past Pimkus, and he goes in for Kaylee. I just have to check her sheet. Unfortunately, he hits.
Wait, he hit her? Damn.
She has an AC of 10. She's got no armor and no training.
Oh.
So he dips in and manages to get past Pimkus's swings, and just as she's kind of blinking and getting her vision back, he sweeps across with the dagger She does prevent, like, a cut across her throat or something, but he cuts deep into her left palm.
Being blind probably
And-
affects your defense.
She's not blind right now either.
Oh, okay.
She cleared her eyesight.
She just only has an AC of 10. So
Dang.
Sleet Storm is concentration. She succeeds though, and the storm stays up.
Good job.
And immediately off of that attack, she dives between his legs, rolling on it as she goes. And casts straight into his back.
Hmm.
That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I think that's right.
Whoa. Dang.
And both of them just barely pass the saving throws.
Hmm. Let's see if this guy can
Martif,
get
though,
lucky.
is having even less fun now.
Uh,
Oof.
how many concentration spells can you maintain though?
The sleet stops falling when she casts Gust of Wind, but
Oh,
the
so
ice
it's-
on the ground is still there.
Yeah.
So he's like, he just gets to see again from all of the rain coming down in his face. And then this massive wall of wind slams into him and pushes him straight backwards across the ice. So he falls. And we'll say that's why he passes his strength saving throw. Because he probably should have had disadvantage for being on ice. But he does fall, he gets back up, and he has double difficult terrain. So 15 feet halved gives him 7.5, and then counting each foot as 2 feet, he can only move 3 feet.
Wow. Why he would he's still going straight for them? Wow. You thought he would put
At
his
this
losses
point, if
by
he tries
now.
to turn and go into the water, he'll get flung sideways and all the way back where he came.
Oh. Poor guy. Aim for the leg.
And he does. He goes in and he tries to sweep out his leg with his shield. Alfred's still struggling to keep himself in place. highs. So the higher modifier is effort, he still manages to keep his position.
You
He doesn't
almost
get
got
knocked
him.
prone. Yeah, he just keeps his spot.
Swing for the ribs.
And this time his sword actually connects at least.
Whoa.
Still manages to hold his position. He knows if he tries to retreat, then Pimkus is gonna be able to get him. So his best bet is to try to circle around and get out of the wind. But he's gonna throw a parting cut at Kaylee because he's seen that she's already really weak. So he makes that sweep with the dagger again, trying to make the cut. Pimkus, though, is quick to get in the way and throws his shield out in that direction with a... almost like he's punching and he has to throw himself really off stance to do it. Does make it harder to hit, though. Still connects.
Oof.
And this time it's a cut that goes like from the corner of her eye up over her eyebrow and forehead. And she goes down. So the wind dies down.
Damn it.
And
Oh,
Marta
wow.
finally doesn't fall. And he's kind of slipping and sliding, but he's staying on his feet. So Pimkus, obviously furious that he failed to defend her, takes advantage of one of his features. And let me check again and put extra damage on that. Equal to half the fighter level.
You guys might end up fighting them if they end up in the losers bracket with you.
Yeah.
Not over yet, but it's looking tough.
Your other friend's still ready to go as soon as you gets out of there.
Yeah, he's just gonna make the swings. Unfortunately, effort is... There's a very big difference in experience, and one thrust for the thigh, effort just turns aside. A big chop for the side, and he brings his dagger across, deflecting the attack.
Really bad
Too
luck on his
nodding.
rolls.
Yeah, he's been getting like 3s to 5s as most of his rolls always.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
So Mardif is almost out of the ice now. He's like just about there, and rather than go through this again, just throws himself on his belly. And yep, he steps into place trying to maybe get lucky and hit the big guy who's been stumbling around like an oaf the whole time.
Hmm.
And he does manage to hit once. The fight does not look like it's gonna be going in his favor now, though.
No.
Oh, he does manage to block a swing, though. Brings his shield up and stops the ice pick grip stab from coming down into his shoulder. But Murder stands up. Ah, feels a lot better when you're finally in reach.
Oh.
Makes a big swing, misses.
Hmm.
Makes another big swing, deflected off the shield,
Keep it up.
and he just, you can't come. And he swings
Oh.
big slam chops.
Oof. Damn it.
Timkis does manage to weather it, though. He takes both hits on the shield, and while they obviously rattle him by someone like double his size, he does stay on his feet, and he takes the hits to the shield and returns fire.
Counterattack.
Ooh,
Not bad.
That's a good one.
There we go.
and
You got it.
that hit seems to revitalize him a little bit. He's feeling like this is, if not favorable, at least possible.
Keep at it. You mean standing up and shouting down at him?
You're pretty sure that Efford says something, but you don't catch it, whatever it was. Unfortunately, he makes this thrust. He gets both hands down behind the dagger and tries to drive in for Pincus's side. But while Efford has had plenty of experience with knife work against humans, it's kind of obvious that kind of stab when it's coming right at head level for a halfling. And he just leans to the side a little bit and it misses. Oh, I forgot about when he hit with his other two attacks.
Oh.
Oof.
No.
At least he rolled kind of low on that, but it's still
Too
not
much.
looking good for Pincus. Again, he still weathers the storm. He takes the hits and stubbornly stays up. but
Move into
he's
his zone.
looking pretty
Pincus.
wobbly at this point. He's getting to look pretty wobbly, and he's possibly on the verge of collapsing. In what looks like it might be a last-ditch effort, he steps right up towards Murdoch again and tries to thrust for his belly. But instead, grabs a pouch off of his belt, dropping the sword in the dirt, and ducks back, kneeling beside Kaylee holding the pouch. So
Oh no.
they
Does
both get an
attack.
attack of opportunity. Surprised, Martiv tries to make a counter swing and misses.
Oh.
Afford manages to sneak in,
Ooh.
and there's a bad cut, like from the back of his head across his ear. But Pincus doesn't go down.
Whoa. Wow.
And he pours a potion of healing into Kaylee's mouth, getting her back into the fight.
Come on, you two.
And Afford makes the swing, trying to get Kaylee. Pincus literally dives on top of her, though, and takes the hit instead. And gets put down by that stab. He's struggling to get up, but he's bleeding pretty badly from the side of his head, and he's like he's getting up on hands and knees, but that's about the best he can manage. And well, she's pretty slow getting up, and she's not exactly looking in her best state. Kaylee manages to get back up, and crackling with lightning, throws both hands forward, hurling a bolt of lightning straight between Murtiv and Afford,
Whoa.
who both need to take a dexterity saving throw. Afford passing, and Murtiv also passing.
Wow.
So it each takes 18 damage. As they hurl themselves to the side to avoid being hit, and the lightning bolt impacts the stone wall pretty much right underneath
The rich man.
the lord that I was talking about before, throwing chunks of masonry around the sand. And still crackling with that lightning and the wind throwing her hair in the air. She's lifted and almost bounces 10 feet through the air and scrambles back behind the pillar that's collapsed on the sand here.
While she's doing that, I'm running over to basically where she's at. Kaylee!
And they're both trying to make sure this ends as fast as possible to keep from being put down. Alfred is the one with the best chance, as they both had to throw themselves to the ground to avoid the lightning bolt. He runs and jumps, throwing his third dart, which Remy would know he usually carries 4, so he'll only have 1 left after this. And that's all.
Oh. Yeah.
So he jumps and almost dives, getting to place here as he flings the dart. And it goes straight into her chest, and she slumps to her knees and then down to the floor.
So the
Too
match is
little,
over,
too
yeah?
late. Yeah.
Alright, so I just collect what I want and start running down towards where they're at.
Largely speaking, though, in a few ways, it was probably one of the most spectacular matches of the day.
That was really cool.
Just with the
Yeah.
huge spells going off.
So I run over to both of them. First Pimpkus. And then I run over, after he make sure he's okay, run over to Kaylee and check. I ask her if she still feels poisoned in her system.
The keepers have tended to them by the time you race your way through all the crowds and out into the arena. But Pimpkus kind of like pushes you away when you're trying to help him up. He doesn't seem interested.
Well, he'd be
Kaylee,
mad at.
though, is... She's still not really very happy, but doesn't, like, openly fight you on it.
Do you still feel poison in your system?
No, I'll be okay.
Good. You two did amazing. I hope you realize that.
I tried.
So be honest with me, even though you really don't have any reason to. Do you guys have a place to stay? And are you doing okay?
We're doing fine.
I'm kind of torn right now. Because I don't know if they even have any money. I'm gonna ask, can you afford a place to stay?
I think you're not helping the situation.
We have a place. It'll be fine.
Are they leaving?
She kind of shifts further away from the collapsed column and further away from you to let the keeper more easily access her wounds.
Alright. I'm gonna move over to Pincus. Hmm.
What?
I came down here to do two things. First was to apologize. I used to be a good person, Pincus, but something happened. Down when we were in that cave in the swamp. When that corruptor hit me and gave me these weird powers, something changed within me. I don't know if I could overcome what's happening to me, but I am going to try to become the person I used to be. One that solved problems with words instead of violence. And even if you don't believe me, I hope my actions from here on out prove it. I promise you this. From here on out, I'm going to be a different person. Nah, I'm not sure what else to say.
I'm gonna jump off the. Is it 20 feet?
Mhm.
And I don't know if I take a little bit of damage or not, but I'm just gonna run over and grab
No, you took
Wilfred's
and rolled pretty
arm.
easily.
I'm gonna grab Wilfred's arm and just kind of pull him away and just be like, "Don't mind my friend. He's drunk," and just try to pull him away and just be like, "Just give him some space. You're not gonna make things better by talking to them. They're angry. Then that's not gonna change. You have to give them.
We could change
You
it.
have to. You have to give them time.
That's what I was going to do,
Yeah.
but I was
give
just
them-
basically telling him that I promised that I was going to be better. Because he was right. I have changed since we've gone into that cave, and I got these strange. So from here on out, I make a vow to become better than I was, better than I am. And even if he doesn't believe me, my actions will prove that out from here on. And then I'm just gonna leave.
Luthien still asleep? Dang it! I wanted to have Luthien look at the stuff that I found and see that I stole and see if he knows what it. I guess
I'm-
next week.
I might know what it is. If it's contraband, I probably would have seen it before.
Yeah,
At least
but
I think.
It's Barristerin though.
You don't.
Oh,
I
never
haven't.
mind.
You don't even know that I have it. Technically.
The old man's still there, right?
Mhm.
Hey, old timer, I have a question for you.
Oh. And what would that be?
You've lived a long life, and you probably met
He's-
many different
He
people.
sniffs in your direction a couple of times before
Oh, I'm
you
not-
even start talking.
Oh, I'm not saying that just to be rude, but
Hmm.
do you believe people are capable of redemption? True redemption?
You don't know much about the Fireside Companions then, do you?
Who?
Oh, it's a group of adventurers. Quite some time ago, we were something of a big deal.
And were they
Why
redeeming
Does
themselves?
this some
Oh.
Does this have something to do with your scar?
Yeah. I've changed since I got it. And unlike the scars that I've gotten before through training and battles, this one runs much deeper. Probably deeper than I actually realized. And I'm not talking about just a regular wound.
That's true, but this sort of magic itself doesn't usually twist you. No. A few of our number were less than savory. Myself, I was cast out a number of years ago. Speaking evils and heresies is what they said. Truly, I wasn't a very nice man. I did horrible things to get the power that I have. And I've paid the price.
Mhm. So, have you redeemed yourself, would you say? After everything you've done?
Me, not so much. Not in the eyes of most. All that I want now is a quiet life of retirement. To spend my waning years and teach those who come next to avoid the same mistakes that I made in the past.
There's still time for me. So from this day
Plenty
forward,
of
I'm
it.
going to try. Yeah, but there's still time to make mistakes, it seems.
Oh, there's always time for both. Rather than worrying about what you have had, focus on what you will have. Build new bridges. Don't mend the broken ones.
Right.
I know those are your
Thank-
friends down there. They're mad about something, I'm sure. Based on your tone, they've reason to be. But instead of apologizing, wagging that tongue around, making lots of wind, do the right things. Pay forward the kindnesses you've received, and help those in need. They'll see your changes. And if they don't, that's no problem. There's always time.
You're right. Thank you. You've given me guidance, and I will take your words to heart from here on. Well, that was fun.
There's still one round left of the tournament, but I don't want to keep going without Lithian and Ansel now too. Plus,
he
I
popped
work
off?
tomorrow, so I'm gonna call session at that, I think.